welcome to the classiest place on earth. I just sat down. Where are my headphones? Good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Fuck, it's really dark in here compared to outside. I was just out with the dogs. Jesus Christ. I don't have an auto start. I have like a Keurig and I can do my own coffee in it. And I can't, like, I used to do a timer with coffee when I had a coffee pot, but we just do not drink enough coffee in this house together to have a coffee pot. Like, it just sits there. So I have a Keurig, but I tend to either hit the go button and I don't put a cup under it, or I don't hit the go button and I put a cup under it and I just stare at it. It's one of the two. I don't fucking know. I'm a mess. Guten Morgen. I hope you're all doing fucking well this morning. Cheers, coffees. Oh my god, random day off. BDO, what happened? Good morning, Station. Good morning, Vile. Good morning, Cocky. Good morning, Mel. Good morning, good morning, Dudist. How are you? Oh my god, Vile. It's first thing in the morning, and I don't want to whip out a spider right now because I feel like people are really weird about spiders, and first thing in the morning, it's a lot. But little Vile has, like, I don't even know how to tell you, like, within 4 days, completely renovated their interior of their home and webbed the living fuck out of it. It is so dope. It's just web now. It's so crazy. The spider's gotten so much bigger. It's so cool. I just saw her recently. She's really badass. Bacon.
Hail Satan, bitches! Absolutely. Kalia Star, good morning, love. How are you?
Why do you get a random day off, BDO? What are you going to do? Are you going to, like, I feel like you should buy a lottery ticket. Good morning. Why is there a bandage? I didn't cut myself. I swear to God. It's, I know. It's, my little arm braces that I've been wearing at nighttime to try to make it so I don't feel like I have bees in my arm. The thumb, like, how do I explain this? So it pinches my fucking hand right there. And when I woke up this morning, it was pinching it so bad it was a blister. So it just hurts. It's just like, I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, it's just like hurts. It's not a cut or anything. It just fucking hurts. I did not cut myself. No, I swear I didn't cut myself this time that I'm aware of. I haven't cut myself lately. I've been pretty good. I haven't been cutting anything though. I've been playing a lot of Destiny. Oh my god, Vile, maybe there is a connection. Seriously? Like, okay. Where is she? I'm going to show you the enclosure. You might not even see a spider. For those afraid of spiders or tarantulas, if you don't know, like, behind this horse is over 50 of them. I have a lot of spiders, but I like to name them after people in the community and my mods and shit when I find out they're girls and they're going to live forever. And I have one called Vile Mo, and her species is, I believe, a Vicularia purpurea. She is a pink-toed tree spider, but purple, like purple. She is vibrant purple, and they get real big, and they're really fucking pretty. But I want to show you the enclosure because it's really cool. Her enclosure is really unique to begin with, but what she did to this specific enclosure is just really badass. So this is her home. Good morning, Zach. He slept. I'm so happy. I started late this morning because when I woke up at like 6, he was still like awake. Like he was kind of, rolling around doing the shit. And I was like, fuck, dude, he still hasn't slept. Like he was definitely awake, like enough to not have slept. And so I just kept totally silent all morning. I kept the dogs quiet and I was like, he needs, because people need sleep. Human beings need sleep. You guys know this. And 2 days without it and then going, like, literally, guys, after stream. So he streamed yesterday and we all know he didn't sleep and felt like shit. He looked like he was fucking dying. And so after my stream, I ordered pizza and like I made the bed all fucking cushy, like all the pillows laid out. And I put a Zantac on his pillow and I got pizza and everything ready for him just so he could literally like get off work and go to bed. Like that was what I really thought he would do. And he went out and did yard work after stream yesterday on literally zero sleep, like 72 hours awake. He's crazy. I don't know how he does it. I it's I'd go insane. I know. He's a fucking animal. And then he stayed awake all night long. Like It's just he's crazy. He's losing his mind. But he's so much better today. He definitely feels better and looks like he's not, like the glaze over. Yeah. Yeah. Wise choice on his part. Make sure you're well and truly tired. That's exactly what he was doing. Seriously. Like, it was smart. I'm an idiot. I would have gone to sleep immediately after stream, woken up at midnight and been pissed at myself for fucking up my sleep schedule. He literally kept himself awake until at least like 1 in the morning, like doing things just so he could try to get back on a normal schedule. I just feel so bad for him. Fucking just, ugh. We have a big hammer. You know Zach's hammer? Like that huge fucking steel thing that he used to like whip around for subs? We use that in the yard like regularly. It's a real hammer. It's fucking huge. Oh yeah, it's so heavy, I can't use it. Like, I can't do a full swing with it. It's a literal sledgehammer with a spike on it. Someone made it for him, but we use it in the yard all the time. So this is the enclosure. This is what spider poop looks like. If you're wondering, everybody always wonders, like, how do you clean their enclosures? You don't. You just use a Q-tip and wipe it off the walls. That's spider poop. But look what she's done. Do you, that's not dust. That's just web. Overnight. It's just a cloud. Yeah, she lives like right here. This is like her home. And she is seriously, Vissy, look at this. If I try to open the thing, she webs it closed every time. But she's right in that little corner. That's where she is. Look how big she is, though. She's gotten so much bigger. But yeah, just like I looked at the cage and I was like, is that because I live in the desert, everything's dusty. So I thought maybe it was dust. No, this is her saying, "Don't fucking touch me." I fed her the other day, so she's not interested in me right now. But normally she'd be out. She's a good eater. Dude, they are dank clouds. I'm no shit, Mel. Like when I get new spiders, and I don't know if they're girls or not yet, I don't name them. I usually just call them Spider One or something. Because if they're boys, they die really fast, and it makes me really sad. I'm gonna cheers because it's Faded Friday and we haven't yet. Well, I haven't. I owe you cheerses. Um, But what I do to, like because what I do is I keep a record of when I feed them and when they molt. Like, I write it down every time I feed them and when they molt, because if it's stupid, you don't care, it's details. But, the way that I, like, catalog them before I name them is I just name them weed strains. So, like, every single cage behind me that's a baby spider, which is the majority well, baby meaning I don't know what sex they are yet, they all just have names on them that's like Sour Diesel, Cherry, Cinderella, Cindy White. Like, it's the easiest way to just throw names on them without thinking about it because there's too many. Cheers, hose. Oh, vile, 100%. It's yeah. And little Vissy molted, which is very exciting. Where's my cap? I saw a baby. Oh, a bull jumping spider. Dude, Zintech, the other day, we have, like, before I moved here, I'd never seen jumping spiders as big as the jumping spiders in Colorado. They're the biggest ones I've ever seen. They easily get as big as my thumbnail. A jumping spider, which isn't normal in my world. Like, everywhere I've ever lived, jumping spiders are tiny and like cute little spiders that hop around your walls. But if they get in my house, they're as big as my thumbnail and they're black like that, so that you see them. They're huge. And the other day I was just doing some yard work and I went to like empty a tub in the yard with dirt. Fucking huge male jumping spider chilling in this tub. And I like looked at him and I was like, get out. And like tried to brush him away. He jumped on my hand. Jumping spiders are so weird. I don't like every other spider in the world is petrified of humans. They don't want anything to do with us. Jumping spiders, they're like, oh, look, you. And then I just put him on a plant and he hopped off. It's weird. They're so hyper intelligent. It's real weird. Kodiak motherfucking Samurai. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an 8 sweets for 33 fucking months.
That's a good fucking number. Hail Satan, bitch. I appreciate you.
It was black and had white legs. Oh my god, yeah, that's a bold. The bold ones, there's I don't know if it's a different species of bold jumping spiders in tech, but there's one here that I like did the Google lens on it, trying to figure out what species it was. And I think it was called a bold jumping spider, but it was pure black and its ass, like the back of its abdomen was like an oil spill. I don't know how to say it. It was so pretty, like a peacock feather almost. And every time the spider moved, the light would catch it and it would be a different like shade of green or blue. It was so goddamn pretty. But I've seen bull jumping spiders and they're like you're saying they're black with like white bands on their legs or something like that. But this one was just wild. How are the babies? How many kittens do you have? Are they so fucking cute? Oh my god, yes. We can't get good pictures of the kittens. Mama's oh, that's totally fine. Oh, kitten. Okay, hold on. I gotta get Discord open. Oh, I'm so excited. 4. Is mama being a good mama with them? That makes my heart so warm. Hold on, I'm trying to get Discord. I gotta see the kitties. Viata's kitty had babies. You probably know she's been threatening to send them to all of us for weeks. There it is. Oh, she's a really pretty kitty. Hold on, let me pull this open and I'll show you guys. She's really pretty. Is she like a Siamese? Or part? She looks like a Violet Point Siamese. Violet Point? Is that what they're called? Lavender Point? I don't know. Look at this beautiful kitty and all the babies. Oh, she's such a good mama. Oh. If you were within driving distance, I would straight up come get a cat. Those are so fucking cute. They're really, really pretty. Really pretty. Vissy, do you think your dogs would be good with a kitten or a cat? You think they'd be fine? My dogs, like, they never attack anything, but they'll chase anything that will run from them. But like you guys know, there's that one big old fat tomcat that I feed. I don't know if I can consider him mine, but he lives under my shed. He lives in my yard. Like when we go out and when we come home, he's laying in our driveway, as cats do. They like sprawl out on your driveway in the sun, and then he moves. I don't know where he lives. I don't know where this cat, but we named him Willard because
Yeah, we
no,
would
wrong.
turn it off, Willard.
Yeah, the dogs, like, they have no interest in Willard unless Willard runs. Like, if Willard just lays there, they'll, like, bark and run up to him, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, I don't give a shit anymore." Like, they just don't care if he doesn't run. But I'd be so scared bringing a kitten into the house if they, like, tortured it. Oh my god. Oh, it's her second litter. Oh, she's a good mama then. Good morning, hippie. How are you, love? I can't remember what they called her, but she's gray on her ears, feet, and tail tip. Dove gray. I mean, my mom was really into Siamese cats when I was a kid. I had a Siamese cat named Ickis. If anybody watched Real Monsters, Ickis was the red bunny looking thing that never shut up. And we had a Siamese cat, and it was there depending on like the color of the ears and the colored parts of them, they're actually I didn't know this I mean, it's still strange to me, but there's like a lavender point Siamese and a beige point Siamese. It just means the color of their ears and tail. That's it. But like a lavender point, they're like the most expensive. That's what your kitty looks like. Um, Ickis used to crawl in my bed at nighttime, and he would crawl on my stomach and yowl. And if I rolled over, he would dig his claws into my stomach and hold on for dear life like Velcro. He was oh, I hate cats. I think that's the only indoor cat I've ever had in my life, and it's because one of my cousins got him, and he was already an indoor cat, and we took him from her, and you can't put an indoor cat outside; they'll fucking die. Fiona would be Reese would stay away from it. Really, really is Reese like afraid of them? He has no like he. Do your dogs not like hunt? Oh, that's so crazy. That's gotta be the German not the German, that's gotta be the golden in 'em. Interesting. My dogs are hunters. Oh my god. They point. Like, I don't think poodles are technically pointers, but if my dog scent or sense something, they go point. It's wild, and then it's like mania takes over, and I literally have to pick them up and drag them inside or something. It's wild. He's afraid of everything. They don't hunt at all. Reese hunts Fiona. Shut up. That's so cute, though. No, that's precious. That's precious. I love that so much. Ours, they hunt each other a little bit, but like last night, for instance, we've been doing tons of yard work. I know I've been talking about it constantly, but one corner of our yard, we've been just stacking all the big garbage that we pull out of the ground because of the fucking hoarders that lived here and slowly, filtering it into the trash to try to get the trash people to take it away so we don't have to do a dump run. But unfortunately, fucking mice are living in this pile now, which that's why Zach did yard work after stream yesterday. He tore the pile down because fuck no, I'm not dealing with mice. But because we tore that pile down, last night we went outside with the dogs at like midnight and they lost their shit. They were like running, dragging their nose along the edges of our house outside. I was like, oh, if they get in my house, I'm gonna murder some mice, though. Worst nightmares. But watching them hunt is wild because, the rest of their living hours, they're fucking idiots. But when they go into hunting mode, they're really smart. My aunt had a Maine Coon cat and a German Shepherd. Dude, Maine Coons are amazing, though. Those are borderline dogs. Did he have, lion face? We had a Maine Coon. It was, I don't know if it was a purebred or not. Definitely part Maine Coon because he was huge. We named him Mufasa, but he was all gray. He was like a gray Maine Coon. And he just had like these jowls and this face that looked like a lion. But he was a cat. Like he was a Maine Coon. They're big, but I feel like a lot of Maine Coons just get this crazy looking like panther face. Get something good, Robo. Be safe. We're cheersing you away on safety. I have to smoke down my fucking stoner bowl from last night, Katie. He was afraid of a 4-pound pug. Oh, that's so lovely. I kind of wish my dogs were afraid of something. I don't think they're afraid of literally anything. I don't think they are. They literally will go after anything. Like, when I take them hunting, I bring bear spray because I'm pretty sure they'd go on a bear. Like, they're not smart. They're smart, but, not like run from the death smart. They'd be like, ooh, look, a bear. Let's tree it or something. God, dogs, though. Mint, that's honestly what I've been doing. I've been planting, I read, correct me if I'm wrong, Kona, but I read that mint and lavender, that you should plant those literally just rimming your house. But it's like an insect repellent as well. Insects and rodents fucking hate them because they smell so astringent. So I literally, that and poppies, I guess the poppy seeds kill things. Like if mice eat poppy seeds, they get high and die, which is hilarious. So I planted a bunch of just wildflower seed spread. But that's what I'm trying to do because I don't do pesticides. Just straight up, I don't do it. I'm not going to kill my ground. This, you're right. It's because they didn't grow up with anything to hunt, whereas we have these fucking squirrels. Oh my god, you're right. They just never had it. Oh, that's so interesting. I can't wait till they meet each other. He was gray and white. Ours was gray. Oh. Do I have any scary forest monsters where I live? I think in the Rockies, it's Bigfoot. Is like the, what's the word for it? Cryptid? I think that's the cryptid of like this area. Where I lived previous to this, it was the Jersey Devil, which obvious. Also, I lived in DC for a bit, and so like the President of America. No, really, I think it's just Bigfoot. I was born in the Pacific Northwest in Washington. Bigfoot, that's the big cryptid there. I think the Rockies. Does anybody know if there's a different cryptid in the Rockies? I think it's just Bigfoot. It's kind of boring. I think because we actually have a lot of really cool stuff, so they don't make up stuff. You know what I mean? Like we have like bighorn sheep and moose and stuff like that. Oh my god, you have a video? Give it to me. I cried laughing when Reese jumped a foot in the air because of a car. Oh, my heart. My Mufasa's dad has that lion look. Yes. The Ron. Shut up. It's a Ron Perlman cat. I've never. Sequarion, that's fucking on the point. Ron Perlman cat. Yeah, that's exactly what my cat was the Ron Perlman cat. That's so funny. I think it's a Maine Coon thing, though. I know some Maynards have these little pouches of stuff like air fresheners that deter mice. There's a lot of different things you can do to deter animals. Like one thing that's like the easiest is just putting cedar bark, like cedar shavings in your yard. Cedar is deadly to rodents. It's like the number one thing I learned when I was caring for rats. You never ever ever want to use cedar bedding with rodents because if they eat it, they die. And so if you just like Cover your yard in cedar, they die. It's great. Fuck them though. Mice are shit. I don't want to kill any animals, but like, don't come in my house. Cheers, bitches. No shit. Growing up, our dog was afraid of our cat, even though she was 3 times the size. The mental image of that. The cat established dominance when she was a puppy. That's fantastic. I feel like cats will do that no matter what. Like, have any of you owned a cat that just stayed submissive and scared forever? I always had barn cats. Good morning, Sina Moist. Cheers, love. I always had barn cats, and barn cats are a different breed, so I feel like my stories don't count. They're hardcore. Barn cats don't give a fuck. Yes, Chronicle, no shit. When I was in high school, when we lived in Eastern Washington, middle of bumfuck nowhere, if you didn't drive your car for one day, you'd have a mouse nest in your engine. It was so gross. And then you'd turn your engine on and smell the burning flesh of baby mice roasting to death on top of your fucking whatever. Ugh. Gross. It was a huge problem because my dad has a shop and he likes to fix up classic cars. And he would have to like wrap these cars in saran wrap to keep mice out of them. It's fucking wild. Go forth, protect thine beeholes. Amen. Good morning, love always. How are you? In DC, we also have the Bunnyman's Bridge. Oh, yes! The Bunnyman's Bridge. I forgot about that, which is named for some dude who dressed up as a bunny once and was threatening. Yeah, it was literally like a guy dressed up as the Easter Bunny and like waved a knife or something. But I don't know if I think that's just like a one of the weirdest things that's happened, but it's not really a cryptid. I haven't heard of anybody talk about like like, a magical creature like Mothra or something. I'm the cryptid. Kaiju Katie. I have a formal feral cat, and I did a lot of socializing with him. He's a big scaredy cat, but also the sweetest boy. Oh, I have formal feral though, man. You're an angel for taking him in. Feral animals, I feel so bad for them because they know nothing but cruelty. Jiffy cornmeal and baking soda. Really? Wait, is it the cornmeal or the baking soda that kills them? Oh, fuck. Running a new water line between the buildings, 90 out today and no clouds. Let's all hydrate. Hydrate, motherfuckers. Seriously, when the sun is out and you're sweating, you need to drink twice as much water as normal. Get your water, boo. I'm happy you're smart about that. Is it the baking soda? Do you know what it does to them? Are they gonna like explode? I don't want that, is all I'm saying. City girl, dude, country living, man. Oh yeah. I mean, Vissy, you would crack the hood of your car and it would just be a ball of like grass and like what would look like cotton or something they tore out of something. God knows where they fucking got it. It'd just be a ball of that sitting on top of your engine. And it would be in a day. It was so fast. It was so gross. Anytime my family members brought their dogs over, they were afraid of my cats. Really? Whether it was a stray we brought in or the house tabby cat who plopped where he may. My dogs are not afraid of cats. I kind of wish they were though. One time I was driving and one was in my car. Like, oh, absolutely not. I'm not afraid of mice, but rodents carry diseases. Don't touch wild animals. I know you know this. I just feel like I need to say that. Don't touch wild animals with your bare hands, please. Oh my god. Or if they bit you, oh my god, no. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Something like that happened to my sister when we lived in Eastern Washington because basically we had a mouse problem. My parents built our house. It was brand new. They only lived in it for like 9 years. And but the house was built literally just plopped in the middle of a wheat field. A huge fucking 10 acres of wheat field on a beach. I know that's really bizarre to try to picture. It was a lake beach, but that's my parents' house. And because it was just like plopped in the middle of a fucking wheat field, field mice, we always had mice problems. Like no matter what we did with the house, like my dad was fucking psychotic about keeping doors shut and stuff like that, as most dads are, and lights off and the thermostat was locked. But we would still every once in a while a mouse would get inside. And my sister told me this story one time. This was after I moved out, I think. She got up in the morning to go pee and like literally like pulls her underwear down and turns around to like look at the toilet to make sure she's actually sitting on it. And there's a mouse just sitting in the toilet on the edge of the water, staring at her on 2 feet, like, help. What does my little sister Sarah do? My loving, adorable little sister fucking screams and flushes it. I don't know what I would have done, to be honest, but what an image. He was supposed to be an escape from the local jail. What? That's the bunny guy was? Really? That honestly makes a lot more sense. I thought he was an escapee from a hospital or something. I had a mouse make a mouse nest in my car's AC fan motor. Oh no. Did you have like breathing problems? No shit, Prometheus. Like the dust of rat shit is one of the leading causes of respiratory infections in the world. The dust from rat shit and bird shit. No shit, pun intended. If you come into the ER with a cough, literally one of the number one questions you're going to be asked is, do you own a bird? Because the dust from their shit is in the air immediately, and it's so bad for your lungs. Shove the fucker out. Good. That's smart. I would have probably kicked it. I don't even know. Bottle number 2. Good. It's going to be hot here today, too, actually. I can feel I'm already sweating. What is it going to be today? We're starting to hit those temps. At least it's not snowing anymore. That was too much. It's already 70. Wow. Oh, yeah. We're going to get up to 85 today. Drink water and get a thunderstorm. Sick. Drink water, bitches. Been a little while since I've been on. I'm liking the hair. Weave, thank you. I redid it myself. I tried, at least. I hate mice. It's the dirtiest and disease. Exactly. Like, I've owned rats. I love animals. I love all animals. There's very few and far between animals I don't find adorable. But if it comes to spreading disease to myself or my loved ones, I'm going to kill you. Mouse. Sorry. Ugh. Nah. Mm-mm. The soft, fluffy, warm, yep. Hello, Timon. How are you? All you beautiful souls are rainbows that sparkle in the sweet summer rains. Amen. Dude, I actually saw a rainbow the other day. It was beautiful. It was hoarding my dog's food. Oh, gross. I did a little light internet search on cryptids and found these interesting. Ooh, hold on. Cryptids are fascinating. I mean, the fact that people have some pretty unexplainable pictures are kind of cool. First flat I lived in, middle of the city, 3rd floor. We had giant doors that slid into the wall to separate. Oh, like pocket doors to separate the living room from the dining room. My Nana had those. Turns out mice climbed up those 3 levels and came out of the little gap those sliding doors left between the walls. We're not safe anywhere. That's ridiculous. That was honestly my sister, the story I just told where she like almost sat on a mouse. She was in the 3rd floor of the house. Like, I never thought mice would want to live in the top floor of a house when there's like a very nice basement with nobody in it. Like, my sister's the youngest of 8. She was the last kid home. There was no one in that house, and that mouse decided her toilet was the place. Vieta, I think it's inevitable, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. We've got some vets in our community. But I think like rats and mice, they can squeeze anywhere their skull fits, right? If their skull fits, the rest of their body will squeeze into it. Kind of like a cat, they're a little liquid. So it's like if you live in the middle of nowhere, you're just gonna get them. You got to be ready. You got to put out shit for mice. Like it's just gonna happen. I think. I think that's what my dad told me when I was younger. I don't know. We always had field mice. It sucked. And my mom's house like was so fucking psychotically clean. Like it smelled like bleach. 90. Oh no shit. That's honestly that's been like the blessing here. It's the weather we've been having in Colorado for the past month is so similar to East Coast weather. All day it's like 85-ish, nice, beautiful, sun's out, and then by like 3 or 4 in the afternoon we get slammed with like a bucket of water and a like you guys know, I've been literally the thunder that happens over my house is so loud. I've literally gotten up to check and see if a car accident happened out front of my house during stream. It's wild, but that cools us down again. It's so nice. Like I miss that so much. Whereas the past few years that I've lived here, it's 90 until 10 p.m. Like you're just fucked. We've gotten so much rain, that's nice. Like a cop, yes, glut, right? It's their skull. Yes. So like really, I mean, don't feel too bad if you get a mice or two. Just get rid of them as fast as you can. I don't think you can help it when you live certain places. We have winter for almost 9 months of the year, so they're just trying to be warm. That's exactly our problem too. Yep. It's just their bad luck that I have 2 cats that love to catch mice. I'm gonna be real. The field mice in my yard are a good 90% of why I feed Willard. Because we do have, like, a little shed in the corner of our yard. It's just got a bunch of yard shit in it, a bunch of Scots shit from when they lived here, and literally, like, the floor of it is falling out, like, it's disintegrating into the ground, and Willard lives under that shed and crawls up through that disintegrating ground and, like, lives in my shed. My shed just smells like a cat. Boy cat. My whole shed, and I do not own a cat, but Willard. And, I feed him because if he wants to stick around and kill mice, like, I'm down. That's why we had barn cats as a kid. Like, we always had 4 or 5 cats at a given time that just lived outside in the shop or in the barn, because if you didn't, mice will overrun. Like, actually, you know what's really dude, crazy. I'm gonna load a bowl while this is a really cool, like, just a fun, like, factoid or whatever, I guess. Um, an octopus can fit anywhere their beak can go? No shit. Damn. I mean, I knew they were I've seen them squeeze through everything, but I never thought about it that way. I guess that is literally the only hard part of their body, giggity. Whoa. It's also tick season. I wanted to say that. That was one thing I thought of but didn't say out loud. Tick season, if you guys are like me and you go outside a lot, make sure to check the back of your neck and legs for ticks. You don't wanna get limes. Um, hard. Oh, I got a grind weed. Um So, I was listening to a podcast, as I do, while I was sewing yesterday, and, it was talking about the origin of the plague. The plague! And, like you guys know, I'm sure, because I know you're not stupid, that for a long time, we all thought it was rats that spread the plague, but then we were like, "Oh, shit, it wasn't the rats that spread the plague, it was the fleas on the rats that spread the plague." And then, science, we were like, "Oh, shit, fleas don't carry the plague. What spread the plague? It was people." Duh, we're disgusting. It was people lice that spread the plague. But I thought this was really interesting. So the main reason, like, while the plague was happening, that people originally thought it was spread by rats was because the Pope at the time was a little off his fucking rocker and he truly believed that cats were demons. And he put into law that all Catholic citizens must eradicate cats. Like, no shit, there was like a grand cat exodus at the beginning of the plague, so therefore, rats fucking blossomed and were just running, like, the streets were literally, like, overrun with rats. So everybody was like, "Oh my god, it must be the rats." But can you imagine, like, all of these Catholics going in the streets with pitchforks and shit, like, "We gotta murder cats?" What the fuck? Those poor cats! People. Look at this bud. Can we just talk about this for a second? Hold on. It's like, it looks like a moon rock. Hold on. I gotta put on autofocus so you can see it. Focus. Look at that thing. That's not a moon rock. This is just a bud. I can't even squeeze it. This is a rock. Jesus Christ. That's a big bitch. Where's the seams? I think I need to bust this up. That's a fucking, yeah, that's a deformed Brussels sprout. Don't do that. Dude, right, Kona? Like, I'd be becoming a Satan worshiper real fucking fast if someone came after my animals telling me they were devils. I don't fucking think so. Wait, no, Zoe? Ooh, ooh, glut. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. I almost missed it. Okay. I'm just gonna let the song end. Thank you. Cryptids of North America. Oh my god, is this like a whole list of the cryptids, Vile? Oh, cool. Oh, we're gonna have to look at that. I love reading about I think that's fun. That's like that's the harmless, fun conspiracy theory stuff I think is cool. Like, it'd be cool if there was a Mothra or something or a Bigfoot. Yes, anywhere Viata, correct me if I'm wrong, because honestly, before I moved to Baltimore, I'd never really like, in Eastern Washington, it's weird, but I never got a tick in my life. Like, we never even checked for them. It's very bizarre, which we probably should have. But anywhere there's a skin fold, right? Anywhere you have a fold of skin where it's warm, check for ticks. Like groin, tit, pits. backs of knees, right? Backs of your ears. I think they go in like the warm, dark, creasy places. They're fucking creepy. Ooh, Zoe, thank you. Good morning, Myron. How are you, love? Ooh, The Machine. What is that one? I've heard that. Hold on. The Machine. I am the machine. That's a great stand-up, by the way. Shut up. Is it actually about Bert Kreischer? Shut up. Is it about The Machine? How did I not know this was even a thing happening? Is it his fucking origin story? Shut the fuck up. Oh, we have to watch the trailer. We're gonna watch the trailer. How did I not know this was... Yeah, did I black out? How did I not know? I like bikes! What the fuck? I'm gonna load a bowl and take a hit because I feel like stupid. How did I not know? What the tit? Buttholes, butt cracks? Yeah. Oh, do the wild turkeys? I think we have a lot of ticks here too. I think, like, especially if you go up in the mountains, because I have found multiple ticks on my dogs. Thankfully, they have really dense fur, so they've never bit them. But I always pick ticks off my dogs. They like just brush off on them or something. And as far as I know, Limes has no fucking treatment. I don't want that. Yep, the Vagoo, the Newties, your little gooch sack. Oh, I didn't know that, Viata. So ticks will climb up? I didn't know that. Is that why they get in your scalp? Ew. I didn't know that. They go up? Well, that makes sense. They're in trees, right? Don't they like fall on us in trees, from trees and shit? I'm high as fuck. Fuck yeah. I forgot that I solved my financial issue for this month. We have an employee. And I was stressing out. And then Anna reminded me that we've already solved it. And I was like, loads 3 joints and smokes 1. I'm gonna cheers to that, bitch. That's fucking great. Are there any better reasons to get high as fuck? Have you ever been high as fuck? Anybody listen to that song? I just dropped a ball, I think. There's parts in the trailer. Oh, BDO, you're our review. If you're still here, even if he's not, BDO is gonna be our call on that one because he's literally gonna go see it right now. I'm gonna post this in chat for y'all if you need to take this and give this to people. But I also need to send this to Zach in Discord immediately. That was incredible. Did I just IMDb? That was what I was on? Huh, okay. That's fucking amazing. Oh my god, that totally should be. Will one of us will remember, right? Because it's in theaters now, so we gotta wait for it to come out. Which means it'll be like months. We'll remember, right? Oh god. That would be so much fun. I'll just snot. That's so funny. Luna, that's Cupcake. It's okay. It's alarming. Cupcake's kind of actually really alarmed. I don't think there was consent in this made. Yeah, we should do a community night. Then we can all watch together and laugh. Zach would join us for that one. He also really, I think he's actually the person who introduced me to Bert Kreischer. I think I knew of Bert Kreischer because I love Tom Segura, but I never really watched him. Kim Petras Coconuts, who gave me that? What is that? I'm so infinitely jealous of boobs. Okay, so this is the story of the machine. I'm Nebraska in the homeland. Is that not amazing? That's what I'm saying. Like, the machine stand-up, it in itself is just a legend. And the fact that a movie is coming out based on it, and I didn't know until this moment, is alarming to me. I feel like I blacked out or something. Oh god, the machine. Oh god, it's so good. It's like, it's one of his older stand-ups, but it is fucking legendary. She saw him walking the hallway. Wait. Walking the hallway and got a picture with him. Oh, I would have shit my pants. I'm so happy the movie's good. It's hilarious and over the top. It's funny because Rotten Tomatoes gives it 40%, but audience score is 98. I almost always go by audience score. Audience score? I always go by audience score if I look at Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like critic score, like, is for critics. I'm not a critic. I'm here to get high and enjoy a movie. And I almost never jive with what the critics score agrees. Almost never. I mean, of course, there's some. But yeah, I'm not a fucking critic. So, of course, I'm not going to like what they like. Their job is to tear shit down. Nails. Oh my God, nail salon. You know, she has a brand new stand up, Nick. Like the girl who does nail salon, she has a brand new stand up on Netflix. Like, not the, like, she's still so funny. I don't know what to say. I'm just not with it. I'm not hip. I'm not jive. I'm not, I don't know, a bop? Straight poggers. Help me. I'm old. Critics are like weathermen. They get it right about 50% of the time, and they're pretty much guessing, right? Like, we all know they're just guessing. Same, straight. That story is just fantastic, and it's so specific. I like, he's a comedian, he's an act, he's, like, trying to entertain us, so I'm sure it's embellished to a certain point, but that can't be that has to be pretty real, right? That was fucking wild. Gel for the nail, make them sparkle like diamond in the sky. It's so bad. Her name's Tammy. I know that whole stand-up by heart is so gross. I've seen it so many times. You're not with the cool kids anymore. You're with the cool adults. I'm like a cool mom. I'm not like those other moms. Fuck, it didn't get better, did it? I found out about the machine from this. Oh shit, I'll have to watch that. I love Mark Hamill. He's so good. Critics are analyzing movies for awards, hate popcorn movies, which is sad because I don't know. That's sad to me because I feel like it misleads a lot of people to not enjoy stuff that's really fucking funny. Off to do some work. I love you, Vissy. Cheers, my love. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to wash your face and your hands. Mm. Exactly, David. Like, it's way too specific to fully understand if that's real or not. Like, it's way too much. Heresy, how are you, love? You're the cool night mother, like Crip Cold cool. It's too real, staging. My mom's cousin, who's a world-class glassblower, oh, that is fucking cool, and worked on the Europa lens. Dude used to run drugs for the cartel. That's amazing. I believe it. I think there's something about, like, insanely intelligent people that they can't just do one thing. Like, no shit, my dealer, when I worked in Baltimore, was one of the head top heart surgeons. And, our weed was delivered, like, so we have, like, these plastic clear drawstring bags that, like, we go to a supply room, get everything to put together a ventilator in one of those clear drawstring bags, pull it, and then leave the supply room, and it's a way to, like, check all the products out at one time to build the ventilator for a patient, and literally, we got our weed delivered to us in those. So he would just come to my office, and he'd have one of those clear bags, and it would be full of all the stuff to put a ventilator together, and he'd just plop it on my lap and walk out. And in the middle of all of it would just be a nice ounce of fucking dank weed. And he was a great heart surgeon. Shocker, because weed really changes us, doesn't it? Yeah, that it's people, I don't know, man. People love to pretend that no one's doing drugs. Everybody's doing drugs. Everybody's doing something. Movies are not for awards, never should be. I have never, ever, my parents never watched award shows. They're not really TV or movie people, so I didn't grow up with them. And to this day, I couldn't tell you which ones are which. Unless it's like country music awards. I'm assuming that one's for country music. Teen Choice Awards? No fucking idea. What are the other ones? Oscars? I don't know. Is that music or movies? But I've watched them like once or twice, just like, people are like, want to come watch the Oscars? Sure, whatever. And 9 times out of 10, I've not even heard of any of the movies listed for these awards. I'm like, meh, okay. I'm not part of this crew at all. I like to be entertained. I'd rather be with the wise adults instead of the cool adults. There's something to be said about wisdom. I'd agree with that. You learn things. I think there's an interview on Joe Rogan where he told the story. I think I might have been before the stand-up. I think you're right, actually. I think that's where I saw it the first time, Bezabelli. That's crazy that you say that. That's ringing something very familiar in my head. I'm waiting to be off work to have a gummy and play some games. Oh, hell yeah. What games are you into right now? I'm hooked on phonics, and by that I mean Destiny. I grinded out some light levels last night. I was pretty proud of myself. All by myself. I didn't do the Witch Queen, though. I saved that to do on stream because the Witch Queen fight is pretty cool. The hosts of the awards, right, Vile? The hosts are the funniest part of the whole thing. I mean, they're the only part that I recognize, but usually they're not even in the movies. I'm really out of it then. I'm not doing drugs, but my job won't. Well, you're not. Dread, that's not a choice. I mean, I guess it's a choice. Well, technically, my job didn't let me do drugs either. Like, you know, technically. But unless I super fucked up, I never got drug tested, and I didn't fuck up because I'm great in the hospital. Yeah, I just don't understand the point of critics. And then I'm sure you guys have heard of or seen, there's like a little mini documentary, I think Vice did it or something, and it was based on how these award shows, like the people that get together and do the rating systems for movies are kind of similar to this weird team of people that votes on movie awards and shit like that. And 9 times out of 10, they have never even seen the movie they're voting on, but the director took them on a trip to Hawaii or something, so they voted on the movie. It it features that Emily in Paris or something? There was some fucking lame show, movie, whatever, that was the number one on Netflix for months, and it won a shit ton of awards, and I have not met one person who watched it or knows anything about it. I tried watching 5 minutes of it, and it made me wanna vomit, and it was because the director took the entire voting party to Paris, so they just voted for the movie, and it's like, that just completely, 100% discounts any of their opinions ever forever, for me. You know? Like, not that I was looking to them anyways. I kinda like to just crapshoot on movies and stuff. Like, I don't need to look up a review to convince me to watch a movie. I'm all about just trying it out. And I think some people, like, go to watch those award shows. Like, I'll be a very cultured person if I watch that art house shit and be bored and fall asleep. I haven't seen Violent Night. Oh my god, thank you for saying something. Someone asked that earlier, and I answered it in my head, and I was like, I must say it out loud when I'd finished reading the sentence, and I didn't. I haven't seen Violent Night. Is that the one with the cop from Stranger Things? I can never remember his name, but he's married to Lily Allen, and he's very funny. I've never seen it because it's not free anywhere. It's always like pay for everywhere, so I haven't seen it yet. My anxiety won't allow for that. That and my need for control over everything, even things that could but haven't happened yet. What do you mean? There was a guy last year at my job that took a trip to Colorado and was, quote unquote, randomly drug tested. He was fired in less than a week. Yeah. I think a lot of jobs do that on purpose. They like, not aim, but prioritize people that may have taken a trip places. I knew a nurse that went to Amsterdam for like her honeymoon or something like that. And she actually, oh my God, that was so loud. I'm so sorry. She actually doesn't do any drugs, but there was like a little, like she got a bit of hash brownie or something, not even enough to get high, but enough to show up on a drug test. And she was fired within, she was drug tested immediately when she got back from Amsterdam, and they fired her. And it was so fucked up. Oh, that's why you don't smoke, because of the control. See, I'm a control freak like that too, and I smoke to help myself not be so much. Because for me, I don't know if you're this way, Chronicle, but for me, it's like no matter how much control I have, my body wants more, even if it's not possible to have more. Like, I start getting anxious because I'm like, there's got to be something else I could plan ahead for, right? There's got to be something. And that drives me crazy, and weed takes that off. So I still am a control freak. Like, I can't deny that. I think most people that get into medicine or IT are. We kind of run our own worlds, and we're kind of on our own ass all the time. But yeah, without it, like it's kind of it gets crazy levels of plan ahead that's unrealistic. For me, that's it kind of just takes the edges off of that for me, which is nice. Critics feel like the first reacts. Yes. Oh, Black Sea. Oh my god. Wait. Vile. Is that the chick from Schitt's Creek? Oh shit. Do you guys want to watch the Black Mirror trailer? I love Black Mirror, but also hate it. Oh my god, it is. Oh. Ew, David. Oh, I'm so sorry. When the Hunger Games came out, I totally wanted to see Stanford. Wait, Stanford? What's that? Wait, what? I'd be nervous if my medical care provider didn't at least smoke weed in their free time. Something's wrong if a doc or nurse can handle what they see sober, in my opinion. I I hate to agree with you, but like barring like 3 outliers, every RT I know either drinks or smokes or imbibes in something regularly. The cokehead of my department in Baltimore just had a baby, by the way. Congratulations, Dina. Sisu, what is that? What is that, Stasian? David Harbour. Wait, why are we throwing names? Hold on. What are these names? Oh, is it David Harbour is the guy that's married to Lily Allen? Yeah, that's his name. Sorry, that clicked. My brain had to do a full on circle. The fact that it's a possibility, I can't risk it, so I just don't to avoid that ever happening. Yep, I get that. Granted, the guy who got fired was a crap developer and probably deserved. I was just gonna say that, Dread, seriously. Like, I've only seen it happen a couple times where someone travels and then immediately gets drug tested. And usually, and again, it doesn't excuse it. I still think it's kind of a fucked up thing to do. But usually it's an employee who's notoriously kind of the shittiest one in the department, but no, they can't get rid of him for some reason. So they're just looking for an excuse to, which I think is fucked up. Like, little part of me is like, thank fuck they're gone. But also, that was super low handed to do, right? What up, Psycho? How are you, love? The fact that I cannot, no matter how much I want it, just drives me up a wall. Oh, yeah, the spiral thinking. I get there too. When the Hunger Games came out, I totally wanted to see Stanley Tucci as Caesar Flickerman and Elizabeth Banks as Effie Trinket host the Academy Awards because that would have been hilarious. Dude, they could be the permanent hosts, and I might actually watch award shows because they were amazing. Effie's, like, oh, what was the makeup? Oh my God, I just blanked on the makeup artist's name. Hold on. The makeup artist that did Effie's everything is so fucking talented. Effie's everything. I watch it for her face. I'm gonna be honest. Her outfits, her hair, her face. She is such a fucking cool character in those movies. Um, Effie Trinket, that's her name. Uh, nope. Glenn Hetrick. Glenn Hetrick. Hetrick. I believe he has some of his own makeup lines and stuff. I just can't get over the blending and the sheer skill that went into making her look like a porcelain doll. So fucking good. Timing, that's okay. I've assumed that. That's why legalization will remove the fear and anxiety. Oh, 100% Chronicle. Like, moving or living in a state where it's not a felony to smoke weed is seriously, I compare it to, like, fucking someone who's had a vasectomy. In that, I remember in my sexual activities previous to Zach snipping his balls across my life, that it doesn't matter. We could use like 20 condoms, 13 forms of birth control, like come across the room, don't even touch me. If I'm near a man I'm sexually attracted to, I will, until I get my next period, there's this little tiny little screaming voice in the back of my head that's like every time my tit hurts or I have a headache or I'm kind of moody, I'm like, oh my God, am I pregnant? Always. It's constant. And then you get your period and you're like, yes, I'm not oh, fucking period. There's never a moment of not feeling like a stress ball of fucking anxiety. And that's how it felt with weed too. Like, even in states where it wasn't necessarily a felony, but you could lose your job. You could just have trouble with the law. Like, nobody fucking wants that. There's part of my brain that knows I don't have the amount of weed. Like, all my neighbors know I smoke. They smoke. No one cares. Like, I'm never gonna get busted. I don't have enough weed for the cops to waste money on me. Like, they're going out for kingpins and shit who have, like, buckets of weed and guns. But there was that little tiny fucking thing in the back of my head all the time, 24/7, screaming, but what if? Your whole life will be destroyed. What if? And it's like being able to just live and not have that in the back of my head. Like, I can fuck freely and smoke weed and it's fine. Ugh. Can't even tell you. And really, like, there was a part of me that was like, will my body just find something new to be anxious about? It didn't. Nope, those are just truly because they're life altering. Being pregnant isn't life ending, it's life altering to the extreme. But, any trouble with the law can fuck you up for life, especially if you have a medical or some sort of government job or something like that. Like, I totally get that. I absolutely identify with that feeling. It's terrible. I put that to their scum. My brain had to do a circle back. The what if, 100%. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I have the same fucking screaming stupid. Oh, wait, did you watch Across the Spider-Verse? What did you think? What did you think? Smoked a little in CO when I got out of the Navy, was stationed in Aurora, and I was fine. I mean, I smoke it all the time. Obviously, I'm fine. Little out of it because the shit is strong, and my dad was talking about silly stuff, but yeah, way less than ever before. 100%. I mean, the weed nowadays, it is intensely strong, but you can get really low percentages of weed. I don't know why people that don't smoke regularly, it's like, it's like walking into a liquor store and getting a $300 bottle of like 19-year aged Lagavulin when you don't drink. I don't understand why you would walk into a bud tender's shop and be like, "Give me the strongest shit you have." You're going to go into a coma. Weed can't kill you, but it can make you feel like you wanna die. Absolutely. I'm the first person to admit that. I've been there. It's not a fun place to be, like, but you can get it across the board. Like, my weed, the strain I'm smoking today is, like, 27%? 25.25% THC, which is, mid-high levels. I've seen it up in 30s, but I could go and get weed that's 13%. I could get it that's 5%. Like, they've catered weed strains and grown them so specifically for people of all tolerances, of all, like, smoking ranges in the legal states, and that's what sucks, is in the illegal states, you're just gonna get a bag of weed. You don't know what it's gonna do. Could be shit, could be dank, but you don't know, and that sucks. That's one big pro to having, like, actual legalized weed is you just have it's the control. That's where my control freak comes in. I like having control over what I'm consuming. I like to know what's happening. I don't wanna be fucked out of my mind. Dude, Chronicle, I've read that if you keep weed, like, in an airtight container that's opaque so sunlight can't get in, it stays relatively potent for quite some fucking time. Like, obviously, THC breaks down because little bits of oxygen and shit are gonna leak in, but yeah, it can stay good for a really long time. It'll be dry, but that's about it. Vissy taught me a trick ages ago. She said, like, put an orange peel in your weed jar or something, and it'll moisten your weed. I've never done it, but I wonder. Well, it'd be life ending for me, but I didn't want to imply that people in chat's kids are life ending. Like, I do enjoy children. I especially enjoy them not being mine. More so in the States these days, visually stunning. Having to top the previous film must have been daunting, but fuck me, did they get some good photography in there? Yeah. I'm a fucking slut for good photography. Like, good cinematography, like The Revenant. That movie is arguably pretty fucking traumatizing, but I'll watch it just because the cinematography of it is so stunning. Or like, oh god, what's that? There's a new Disney movie out. Well, newish. Fuck, it's like the Legend of the Ten Rings with Shun Li. Shun, what is his name? He goes by Sean. Shang Ji. Legend of Shang. I don't fuck. What is that one? I love I love Dune too. It's so beautiful. It's nothing like the books, which pisses me off, but Shang-Chi, is that how you pronounce it? Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, thank you. I'm real bad with names, but I watch that, like, a lot. Just the cinematography of the fight scenes are so fucking dank. It's so good. The bus scene, like, when he finally reveals who he is to Katie, oh my god, which, by the way, yeah, awesome character named Katie, like, yes, thank you, Aquafina. But, yeah, it's so well done. I'm just a sucker for that shit, and it was legit, like, I watched the making of those scenes. They weren't necessarily in a moving bus, but when he, like, floats in the bars where you hang your luggage, he's actually doing that. Like, he's fucking nimble as fuck. It was a visual treat. Yes, that's a beautiful way of saying it. And it's a good movie in my opinion. I like it. I enjoy it. It's kind of like Kung Fu Disney style, and I like Kung Fu movies. Quality control and stats, yes, very much so. Lots of companies have stopped testing. Weed is easy to find, but so many productive people use it. The cokeheads could easily avoid getting caught, and we're the ones doing big damage. It's just like they have yet to show me that pot is doing the damage. That's where they keep saying it. Like the rhetoric has been there for how many years now? We all know where it stemmed from, systemic racism. But like, I know so many high functioning potheads, like literally world class surgeons and shit, they're not high while they're doing heart surgery because no one with any fucking moral standing would fucking do that. But that doesn't, like, smoking at home after work does not mean one is high at work. And I don't know why the fuck these, like, legislators still think that's a thing. Like, it's just not. It's fake. Yeah, the bus is fucking cool, right? It's not nothing like the books. That's exactly the thing. Zach and I were talking about it because him and I are both big fans of the Dune books. And at least the original, like 3 or 4. And like the way that they portray them, like for instance, Sarah, I didn't enjoy the casting for the movie or the way that they wrote Sarah for the movie. I thought she came off as very dull and matronly when she is literally like a queen courtesan in the books and like sexual villain queen. You know what I'm saying? Like they just did her dirty. But when Zach and I were talking about it, it's like the majority of what you get about Sarah is all her fucking internal dialogue or people talking about her, like exposition. You never really see her doing these things because it's all her past before the current story. And it sucks. I think that's always going to be the case with movies, though, right? I'm grateful I read the book, so I have that backing of her. Go to Amazon and search Bovita. Bovita? Boveda. It sounds like bovine. Small human. Oh my god, little human. Oh, I'm gonna write that down. That's smart. Where's my pen? Bovita. Sounds like bovine. Bovita. Ow. That hurts. Disney tried to recreate Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and they did well. I wasn't gonna say it because it feels like I'm gonna have the Kung Fu fans come after me, but yeah. Especially the scene with the 10 rings dude and Sean's mom in the forest with the like oh, oh, oh. Her tits are so good in that scene, my god. It's unreal. Yeah. That is how can you not? I mean, it's like it's amazing though. I mean, it's so fucking amazing. The movie's really well. I think they did a really, really good job. I enjoy that one a lot. Disney tried to. Oh yeah, DreamWorks did Kung Fu better. Which one's the DreamWorks? Oh my god, Kung Fu Panda is incredible though. Stop it. It's in a league of its own. I'm glad weed is legal because it's stupid to me that substance anyone can get a hold of was illegal. I agree. I Timon, it's such a complicated thing because like I don't want to make PCP and crystal meth available to people. Like that is not something that my brain is like, oh, that's logical. That being said, humans will get what they want no matter what. I truly think, just my opinion, that legalizing, cleaning up, regulating drugs, and just like like erasing the shame of the illegality and taking away the creepy drug dealers and all that would really help a lot of people. I know it feels like it sounds ignorant of me to say that, but I mean, we've tried everything else, you know? It's just arresting people that are tragically addicted to drugs does fucking nothing for that human being. The Haze 4 movie? Wait, what one's that one, Glut? Yeah, Trouble, exactly. And who the fuck would? Idiots. Hi, Jackie. Same. I mean, in my like day-to-day life, if I go out and about, people that aren't like close to me or don't watch my stream, for all intents and purposes, even the way I look, no one guesses that I smoke as much weed as I do. Strangers, new friends, never assume I'm a pothead because I run a million miles an hour, I talk a million miles an hour, and I'm still fucking managing my life pretty well, I think, relatively. You know, I don't come off as what movies portray a pothead, like uh I just forgot the name, all the stoner movies. Are you a pothead, Fokker? I have nipples. Can you milk me? Not ignorant at all, really. There have been plenty of trials that show that would work. No shit. I do think it's weird that you smoke every day. Really? Why? Is it rude of me to ask? I'm just curious. You're not offending me. I think it's weird that people drink alcohol. I don't run, but I agree 100%. Oh, I mean, like, like an Energizer bunny. I'm not actually running 24/7. Like I get my good run out in the morning, but like I'm just until like 11 o'clock at night, and then I go from to instantly. I have no middle ground. I just like die. That's what I'm saying, Timon. Like, there's so many people out there that just the shame alone of asking for help leads them to never ask for help. And that's so sad to me. That's literally what we did with alcohol. We cleaned it up, made it legal, authorized vendors in line with national state regulations, and gave users of alcohol safe consumption sites, bars. Doing the same with other drugs within reasonable discussion has a viable model. You're totally right, though. Wow. When you put it that way, Zoe, like, yeah. How come they don't look at the model of alcohol? Wow. You should run for office. You're so smart. We need people like your brain in charge of things, seriously. Great little tidbit. I went to the earliest screening of the film. Oh, no shit. Then they started speaking Swedish. What? And then, wait. And then they started speaking Swedish, and it turns out I'd bought a ticket to the Swedish dub of the film, me and 7 others. That's hilarious. So I went out, asked nicely, and got the second screening that started like 20 minutes later. Oh, that was nice of them. I don't know if theaters in America would do that. They'd probably tell us to fuck ourselves in Swedish. For me, it's more of a recreational thing to smoke, not something to do consistently. Oh, that's, yeah. Huh. Interesting. My brain kind of, the way you said it made me think, like, I kind of treat everything like recreation. Like, if I can make anything fun within safe boundaries, I will. Maybe that's why. No, honestly, I smoke weed mostly as a it's medicinal, recreational. Like, I do like to be fucking high. Cheers to that, because it's Faded Friday. But what weed kind of does for me, and it affects everybody differently. Everybody's got a different system. And again, I do smoke every day. I don't smoke a ton. Like, it looks like I smoke a lot more than I do. I tend to stack a bowl, and I can take 4 or 5 hits off of one bowl. I don't smoke as much as it looks because I like to maintain a nice high, but no, I don't want to be like, on stream. That's not my goal, really, ever. But for me, like, I am manic bipolar, OCD, ADHD, anxiety, all the shit is basically in me. And when I'm medicated, I'm in therapy, not weed medicated, I'm on medication, and I'm in therapy, and that all helps a lot. But I'm not medicated to the point where I'm numb. I'm not on lithium or anything like that. Like, I'm not hurt myself. Not that lithium does that to everybody. It's just my worst fear in the world that would do that to me. But even with therapy and the medication, I have made it very, very clear to my doctor that I do not want to be numb. I never want to feel nothing because this is just personal. I think for me, feeling anxiety, sadness once in a while is part of being human. And if I'm never sad, then I can't really appreciate being happy. That's just my theory in my head. And so when I was first diagnosed and everything, and I talked to my doc about it, I told him that. I was like, please, 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 please don't put me under. Like, I know I'm manic right now. Like, I'd never weighed less in my life. Like, I was so thin and I was shaking. And he was like, as long as we see progress without putting you under, I don't have to put you under, which was great. But what I kind of supplement with weed, because the putting under, what lithium does and what some of the antipsychotics do out there is they put a fuzzy, soft edge on everything. That's the best way I can describe it. Everything. Your emotions, the world, your stress. Not like a cushy, padded cell where you're like on benzos bouncing off the walls. You're still highly aware of it, and you might still have a little bit of anxiety about it if it's a big enough deal, but it takes the edge off that causes you to be non-functioning. If that makes sense. Like, there's just this little tiny edge where there's a word for it. It's executive dysfunction. It's like I get to this, point of being anxious or angry or something, some fucked up whatever emotions, garbage. And I get to a point in it where, and I think this is part of my bipolar manic, just in reading about it and studying it. I get to the point where I can't get out of it anymore. So the best example I usually use is like my whole family is hunters and they have like a butchering company, so a lot of guns in my life. And so therefore we were all given gun safety and like my dad tried to teach us how to shoot just so we knew about guns. He didn't force us to learn guns or anything. And I never got into them. All my siblings love to go hunting. They love to go shooting with my dad. I never got into it because what I'm assuming is people kind of get off on the adrenaline of the loud like crack of the gun, the shot, the deer fever, whatever, and then they come out of it, and then they shoot again. Target practice is what I'm talking about. You're not shooting a deer over and over, but like, you shoot again, get a little adrenaline shot, again, goes down. That's a normal person's like neurochemicals of their brain. If you have manic bipolar, I think it's bipolar type 2, I can never remember which type it is. It's kind of defined by when my neurochemicals of whatever kind, whether it's depressing or exciting, spike to a certain level, my body goes into a positive feedback loop and it can't get out of it. So my anxiety just starts to balloon and I haven't done anything else. Like I shot a gun one time and got a little excited, got like the adrenaline, which feels good. And then that slowly starts to turn into terror and dread and oh my God, I'm never not going to feel like this again. And by supplementing therapy and drugs with a little bit of weed every day, it takes that edge off. So, like, for instance, if I need to do my taxes, that is exceedingly stressful to me because I have a weird job. Everything's weird. It's very stressful. And I get to the point where executive dysfunction, I can sit down with everything I need to do, literally with my accountant on Zoom, instructing me on what to do. And I'll be like, what is a pen? My brain just dies because it's an overload or something going on. But if I sit down before I get on that Zoom call and I take a hit, that is gone. But I'm not smoking myself into oblivion. I would hope you guys would let me know if I was like smoking astronomical amounts and suddenly starting to mumble or shit on stream. I see clips of myself, like I think I look pretty okay. Sometimes I look pretty high, but like can still speak and think. I'm still here. Like I don't smoke myself to the point where if, Scott had an emergency and called me and needed help, that I couldn't help him. I don't do that. Unless Fade Friday. Cheers. We've planned for this. Thank you, Cookie. I love you. I think of you every time because you know it, and I can never remember it. Were your ears burning? I thought of you. Kills. Good time zone, love. How are you? Is it focus? Oh, it's auto. I didn't turn autofocus off because we were looking at a bud earlier. Oh my God, kills. Thank you. That's what it is. I didn't turn off autofocus. Better? That was my bad. I'm sorry. I ground up some weed earlier, no shit. This bud, it looked like a moon rock. Like the bud that's, rolled in oil and keef. It was so solid that I couldn't crush it with my fingers. I had to like rip chunks off of it. It was crazy. So I just had to show everyone. It's already ground, but there's a VOD. Thank you for letting me know. I always forget to turn that off. Oh, type 1 is mania. I am type 1. Wait, no. Yes. Yeah. I'm type 1. Type 1, type 1, type 1. Thing 1. I'm going to think of it as thing 1 and thing 2. I'm thing 1. I'm still not going to remember it, am I? It'll happen. There's technically a ban on bringing your own snacks and drinks at our cinemas. The dude that works there gives 0 fucks. We technically have that as well. But I have snuck a Chipotle burrito into many a movie theater. And by snuck, I mean had it in my pocket of my jacket. Like, yeah, the theater food is so fucking expensive. Fuck that. I've never, ever had anyone give a fuck. That's what my state's doing. PA is copying our alcohol laws for weed laws. Fuck yeah. Even expanding the liquor control board and state store systems, so we have to include weed control. Awesome. That's such a good idea. Like most problems in the States, the Reagan era exacerbate. Ugh, fuck Reagan. In not the cool way. Everything's recreational if you try hard enough. I mean, kind of. My cousin has PTSD and was able to swap out a lot of meds for smoking weed, and it really helps her. I've known a lot of people do that with medical guidance. Obviously, like do not fuck with your own, especially if you're on pharmaceutical drugs. Don't fuck with those without a doctor. But yeah, I've known a lot of people that absolutely do the same, and it's kept me. I mean, my doctor, he's very honest with me, and I'm honest with him. I'm like, do you think I'm off the edge? Do you think I need lithium or something? And no, you're fine. And he knows I smoke pot. He's well aware. Does it make sense? Okay. I know it looks like, and it is a lot. Like, even the nursing of the weed I do all day, like, to someone who doesn't smoke weed, they'd be fucking rocked out of their mind. I do have a tolerance for weed, absolutely. But yeah, it's kind of just like I think of myself without weed as a porcupine. And weed just like sands my quills. My quills are still there. Like, approach with caution, but I'm not deadly anymore. Like, that's seriously, I mentally picture myself as like a hedgehog, and I gotta buffer. I gotta buff the needles because I get spiky, and I know, and I hate to say this, and I don't think I maybe am using weed as a crutch in this way, but I know I'm much how do I put this? I'm hella unpleasant when I'm sober, like excessively sober. I'm just kind of very type A, which in my experience is not fun to play with. And as soon as I just take a hit, I go down to type like A.5. Did it snap back? Okay, good. I did it. I did it. I just forgot to turn it off. I appreciate you. The worst I've seen you get being high is just easily distracted and letting yourself sidetrack on tangents. I don't know if that's the weed or not, though, because I 100% do that sober. My brain is a junk pile. It's like your grandma's attic. It's crazy up there, man. I do that sober. It's so like you should see if we could put a fly on the wall when Zach and I are just standing in my kitchen having a casual conversation, it's borderline psychotic because one of us is talking and the other one is on their phone and then immediately goes, "But what about the butter?" And the person talking just goes, "Oh my God, you're right about the butter," in the middle of the story you've just interrupted. And then we go on about butter, and then we try to back, and we're like, "Oh fuck, what were we talking about?" And then we stand there for 15 minutes trying to figure out what we were talking about, but one of us is still on our phone. Then we start looking at TikToks, and we start standing, like we communicate like toddlers. But it's it's like putting Furbies together. Seriously, put two people with ADHD alone, adults in a room. Furbies. It's and we just laugh about it. I mean, that's probably the best part is that we're both in exceedingly sympathetic to it because we know what's wrong with us. Like we're highly aware. So when I do things like that, he goes, "Ah, shit, dude, I did that 5 minutes ago," and same vice versa. So we're really forgiving. We end up just laughing, but our communication strains are fucking terrible. We text a lot, and we live in the same house. The only time my wife having a giant purse is useful. Yep. That's the only time I carry a fucking giant purse. Mm-hmm. I'm playing 5e tonight. Playing Frost, my 16-year-old Arcane. Trickster Rogue. Fuck yeah. Who's 8th level and possibly 17 now. Fuck yes. Dude, I'm excited for you. Oddly enough, in Amsterdam, they've banned weed usage in city center because there's too much in Seattle, I've moved too much and my brain farts on the cities I've lived in. I believe it was when I was living in Seattle. Weed had become legal, like it had just become like recreationally legal, but they made some weird mandate where within the city center, like within the Seattle downtown area, I guess, whatever the fuck that is anymore, because what the fuck? There is no weed shops at all. None. You won't find one. But it's like a crazy circle around that of just weed shops. Like, if you get to the edge of what is downtown, just walk those blocks. It's just weed shops up and down because they didn't want Seattle to turn into, like, just a weed tourist city. It's the grunge capital of America. What the fuck are they doing? Like, people literally walk to the edge, get a blunt, and then walk into downtown smoking the blunt in the streets because that's fine. But they did that too, and it was they don't want it to be a tourist. It's Seattle. Like, wasn't it already that? Right? A weed nut. A weed nut? Oh, I want a weed donut. As long as it doesn't taste like weed. I don't like every once in a while edibles actually taste like grass, and I'm like, meh. I like your grandma's attic. I live there. I'm okay with you up there, but like just let me dust you once in a while. Like the layer's getting inches thick at this point, and I'm concerned about your respiratory distress. Let me dust you! I'm working at a small wait. I'm working as a small cognitive larger project that combines VR, guided talk therapy, and microdoses to provide PTSD treatments. Fuck yes. Microdoses of what? I would go faster if we could. I don't know, get federal grants. Just thinking about Dude, that's fucking dope. I am a huge advocate for that. Using like LSD and shrooms and ketamine and things like that, like microdosing with these kind of drugs that we've always considered like scary, big scary, is gonna kill you. But there's been so much research that is just inarguably proving how much it can, like microdosing with various things like that, can help with PTSD and like quality of life just goes from 0 to 100. It's how can you, and it's not harming these people. There's no harm. Like, how can we deny it? It makes me ill to think about. Like, oh, that worked for you? That sucks. Later. What the fuck? Oh, no shit. Salem, Massachusetts decriminalized mushrooms. I think, Colorado's, I don't know why I didn't live here when they did all this, but we just legalized mushrooms recently. And I remember when Colorado legalized, they were the first to legalize weed, I believe. It was like a little wave went across this country, like, oh, look, Colorado did it. That means we can do it. And I'm hoping more states pick up on that because shrooms is another one. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that like class of drugs. I kind of just stick to weed. But it is a plant that grows out of the ground, and if you're an adult, I think you have the right to do whatever the fuck you want with your body. Let's clean it up and regulate it. Right? That's not. I mean, it's the weed model, like Zoe said. It's fucking there. You bounce off each other like mad, probably. Oh, it's literally our conversations. Zakarian said, my brain is like a pinball. That's how I would describe Zach and I's conversations. Ping, 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 donk. Oh, fuck. What were we talking about? Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. It's, but we just laugh at it. It's humorous. We write a lot of notes to each other just so we can get like a sentence out without the other one interrupting the other one because they're spontaneously just super excited to join the conversation. ADHD's a curse. Seattle seems more heroin. It is heroin chic. I mean, that's what it is. But I don't. I guess. Well, is that what Kurt Cobain and Courtney did? I guess that would kind of perpetuate then. That was the grunge scene kind of heroin-y. I think it was. I think Pucky, you're right. I think it was. I was really young during that era, so I was not out there. I don't stick needles in myself. Not a fan. No shame. Get help if you can. Okay, Thanos, you can dust me. Thanks. Mostly just giving time to the pharma companies to make money off it at this point. Well, as long as they don't fuck it up. Like I live in an existential terror that Monsanto's gonna buy all the weed and ruin it all. Mm. I microdose shrooms when I get my hands on them. Fixing my anxiety for months and I feel normal. Scott, it's fucking incredible. I'm so happy you were able to do that for yourself because I've read innumerous reports on similar stories where it's just like the microdosing. So you're not fucking, hallucinating. It's kind of what I do with weed, right? Like I pack this and I take this. And then I cap it. It's kind of what I do with weed, really. Similar, I would think. Instead of, I'm not like, like I used to, because I lived in Maryland where weed is a felony, and Twitch's rule is like, just don't do anything that's illegal on stream, which like, I ain't here to challenge Twitch, so I did not smoke weed on stream. I would take a break every 2 hours, go out on my patio, and fucking rail a full bowl every 2 hours. Like, my bud tender called it like, you're either a ripper or a sipper. This is sipping. What I just explained was ripping. Because, I mean, I'd get back downstairs and then, like, go into a PvP battle or something like that, just fucking stoned off my gourd. And I bought a lot more weed. Like, I went through so much more weed when I lived in Maryland because of that. Not because it was, like, less or cheaper or more expensive or anything like that. Like, literally because I was just railing a bowl, and my tolerance became so much that I had to do that to get the initial high you get, that you're looking for when you first take a hit. You can fuck your own tolerance just kind of on accident. I mean, Chronicle, true. Somewhere between grunge and fashion world, there was the concept of heroin chic. That's coming back. I've no shit. I've seen that exact phrase on current magazines in the grocery store. like the 90s thing is coming back and they're describing that thin waif look as heroin chic. I don't think they know what I think they think like heroin like a female hero. I don't know if they really even conceptualize what the fuck they're putting like complimenting a famous person by calling them heroin chic. Unless you're Kate Moss. I don't think anyone wants that. You know what I'm saying? Viata, oh my god, I forgot your husband started that. How long has he been doing that now? Like 4 or 5 months, right? I'm trying to think back to when I remember we talked about it when he started. The amount of weed you go through a week, month is not microdosing, babe. Well, for a pothead. I mean, I smoke a lot less than anybody who's ever visited me, which blows me away. And they're still like, Vissy can smoke me you can smoke me under a fucking table. Beach, because you're a ripper. You got to go to this the weed chamber or whatever, the dungeon. Whereas I can just sit here and nurse a bowl during the hour. I don't have to like get up and go someplace to smoke. And Vissy does the same. Her significant other doesn't like weed and doesn't like the smell, so she has to go outside to smoke. So every couple hours, she goes outside, fucking rails a bowl, and then comes in for 2 hours. That's exactly what I used to do. Honestly, it just hurts. No, this is the Miley Cyrus cover. Have you heard this? It's actually phenomenal. She's got such a good voice for this song. The highest I got of shrooms made everything look more bright and vibrant, but never enough to hallucinate. And arguably, that could just be the surge of like serotonin and dopamine, because things do taste better and look prettier when you're happy. You know? Cheers, Robo, with my little microdosing. You know what I mean, bitch. I mean, Viata, we all have a type. No shame in it. I don't remember how it was spelled, to be honest. Compared to Jamaica. I mean, it's just sipping versus ripping. I do smoke less here. I know that for a fact. But I still smoke constantly. I honestly think it's just because I used to like rip bowls like that constantly. Snake me under the table? That sounds naughty. I mean, smoke me under the table? It could be. It's been over a year. Holy shit. Wow. At the beginning, it took me 2 hours to get him out of the house. I always drove. He didn't go in stores with me. To now, he drove to Walmart all by himself 2 days ago and grocery shopped alone. I can barely do that. That's incredible. So, and he's microdosing like 3 times a week. That's incredible. How does he feel like a significant difference in like himself, or is it something that's just gradually happening? He does. Makes me so happy. I'm not gonna cry. You're gonna cry. That makes me really happy. I don't understand why anyone would make that shit illegal when you could have so much fucking positive success and so heavily improve someone's quality of life that way. Fuck that shit. Fuck the anti-drug bullshit. Oh no shit! I think my eyes dilated a little bit because it was slightly like I got the drops from the eye doctor. What? Yeah, more light coming in would make things look brighter. Did it hurt? That always kills me when they do that. When you go to the eye doctor and your pupils get huge, I get like an eye ache. Oh my god, no, I have it up. Thank you for reminding me. Ow, I have a cut. Ow. Oh, and the crafts behind me. Sorry, another thing I just answered in my head. This is the birdhouse we've been building. I just did a coat on it to make it waterproof. And then these are 2 hearts. These are just resin hearts I made. But these are the 2 that I told you guys about where I experimented in making them hollow. And I shoved lights in them so they glow. Hold on, let me turn the lights off. They might look cooler. Ooh! Oh, another light. Ooh, that one sucks. That was my first one. That one looks cool. Blub, 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 blub. That one's awesome. Lay me down easy. I just experimenting. No, let's do it. Let's do it, Vile. I'm ready. No, I'm really excited to watch. That looks so I'm not gonna sleep for a bit after that one. That looked really, really good, but also horror. I'm not. The only one that I didn't quite get was the like celebrity one. What the fuck? Oh, is he? I don't know these. I have a really bad age gauge. You know, like once people reach a certain age, everyone's just like 40 to me. And then suddenly you're 85 and shitting yourself. I don't know. I have a really bad age gauge on things like that, on people, especially men for some reason. I don't know. It's bizarre. I just I guess terribly. Wait, did you see Michael Cera in that? Rorschach was in the original Bad News Bears. Holy shit. Wait, that means he's got to be like in his 60s now. What? Oh, it's 5 films? You know, it's been different every season. I mean, sometimes the episodes are really, really short, and sometimes they're like, but are these going to be like long? I mean, they can't be more than an hour apiece, right? I don't know. The 6th season of Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror returns with 5 groundbreaking new stories, the most unpredictable, unclassifiable, and unexpected season yet. That was a terrible. I hate all that. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm excited. Jackie Earl Haley played Rorschach. Thank you. With full hair and beard in a different color, maybe. I mean, it's possible. I don't know, dude. Some people just have chameleon faces like that. And semi-pro, yeah. Wow. I used to think I had that on VHS. Michael Cera said something about it to Joan being. Oh, you're right. Oh my God, that is Michael Cera. Wait. Happens, and people have to deal with it. Like most of it's. I'm trying to think of an example without ruining one. I can't remember which season it is, but there's one episode where there's like a dad and mom, and they go through like infertility issues. They finally have a kid, and right afterwards, the mom like gets cancer or something. I don't remember. She dies somehow. It's fucking horrific. It's right at the beginning of the show. And there's this like doctor scientist approaches the father and is like, "Hey, I know you don't want your daughter to live without her mom. We can put her soul in a teddy bear." And no shit, they send the dad and mom home, the dad and the daughter home with a teddy bear that if you squeeze its tummy, the mom can speak 2 lines. It's like, "I love you," or "Hey, come here," something like that. There's like 2 pre-recorded lines, but it's the mom's soul, like, it's so like, and then you just feel it. It's like existential fuckery, kinda like that. That super it's like Twilight Zone taken to the nth degree. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah. Yep. It's fucking fucked. It's wild. There's an episode that's like a military episode where you just see a bunch of military guys. I think they all have British accents. I don't fucking know, but they like rush a town and you see what they see. And basically it's like monsters dressed in some human clothes that like have very scary mouths and eyes and like are like "Ah!" And they're going through this little village and just slaughtering them with guns, just like "Guh, guh, 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 guh." And something happens to the main character where he gets his head hit or something. I can't remember exactly what happens. But turns out he just has a chip in his head that makes him see poor people as monsters. And he has to make the choice. Does he want to know what he's been doing his whole life, or would he rather just not remember? No spoilers. Watch it. Shit like that. It's like super mind fuckery. Wild. It's wild. Really good, but holy shit. Miley Cyrus was in an episode of the most recent season that came out, and it was really well done and features a lot of Nine Inch Nails music. There was an episode about social scores. Oh my God, the social scores one. Holy shit. Wasn't that like episode 1? Oh God, what's that actress's name? She's not the one from there's 2 actresses who are like super pale, super gorgeous, both have blondish red hair and look so close, identical almost. I can never tell them apart. One's in the Jurassic Park movies and one is not. Oh, her. She's in it, and it's like everybody has a social score, and so, like, every interaction you have with a person, after you have an interaction, you take your phone out of your pocket, and you score that interaction, and it pops up on their phone, and then they score you, and you're following a girl that just through a few kind of fluke interactions, she ends up getting her scores so low that she can't rent an apartment. Like, you literally just cannot be a human if your score goes too low, and people don't like you, essentially. It's such a fucking good episode, though. I mean, there's a few episodes in Black Mirror that I would never rewatch, but I've watched all of them. I can't think of one that's like the robot dog one, though. That one's fucked. I mean, I still watch it, but that one's fucked up. There's the one where you swipe to rate humans. Yeah, that's the social score one. That one was fucked. Big budget Twilight Zone, yes. I only watched one episode about the guy trying to find his child that his ex-girlfriend ran off with his kid. I don't remember that one. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't a very good one. An entire season is an interactive game. Oh my god. Wait, am I thinking of are we thinking of the do you remember the one where the guy is, like, traveling abroad and he needs cash? So he signs up for, like, an experimental game thing where it's, like, virtual reality? Are we talking about that one? Because that one fucked me up. That one is fucked up. That one I won't rewatch. That's one I will not rewatch. I don't know what that episode's called, but I don't rewatch it. I skip it. That one really got me. Right, that's what I'm saying, Chronicle. That's how I was trying to kind of trying to explain it is it's like on the edge of believable. Like just ridiculous enough like putting your mom's soul in a teddy bear that you're like that'll never happen, but also you're like, "Ooh, AI's gone far." Like you look at these AI like, you have an hour of film of someone. You guys, I'm not even gonna say it. You could create AI of me. Don't, please. I want nothing to do with AI. But there's so much fucking footage of my face and voice on the internet. It could take 2 seconds to do it. Shit's freaking creepy. I don't like it. It's like close enough, yeah. Christina Hendricks. Christina Hendricks and what's the other girl's name? Christina Hendricks and it's on the tip of my fucking dick. The VR haunted house. Yeah, fuck that one. Yep, fuck that one. Uninvited shit, unfriended, won't associate. Yeah, she couldn't rent a car. Like, she was trying to drive to someone's wedding, and because her rating was so low, she wasn't allowed to rent a car. And then when she finally, like, talked someone into letting her rent a car, she couldn't charge her electric car anywhere because her rating was so low. Like, she literally lost but the ending of that episode, Eliza, do you remember it? It is empowering, dude. I fucking love that last, like, 30 seconds or whatever of that episode is so good. I promise not to make an AI of you. Too busy making deepfake porn. Thank God. At least somebody is. Oh, yeah, Glut. The robot dog one. It's honestly not even because of the robot dogs. If that's the one you're talking about, the pass on. It's not because of the robot dogs. However, they're terrifying because they literally, I mean, they're CGI, but they're exactly modeled after those ones made by that university. That's like, we swear we're not making these for weapons. Sells to military. It's not even because of that, which is wild. I know. Oh, the ratings one. The social ratings one, Eliza. Do you remember the end of it after the wedding? I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it. The ending is it's the last 30 seconds of that episode makes everything worth it. It's so good. Yes, okay, you remember it. That's all we have to say. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. Yeah. Oh yeah. The whole episode's great, but that ending is just like it's kind of visceral, dude. I feel it. I'm sold. Christina Hendricks is stacked. Christina Hendricks is fucking stacked. And she does a really, really good job of playing kind of like you can tell the majority of the episode, she's playing this overtly sweet, very fake character. Like it opens up with her going out and let's be honest, Christina Hendricks. Wait, not Christina Hendricks. That's not who I'm thinking of. The redhead chick. It's not Christina Hendricks, is it? Whatever. The actress. She is actually flawless. Like, I don't think she has pores. For real, I know I say that about a lot of people because I have pores and I hate them. She has the most flawless skin, and she just looks perfect anyways. But you can see, like, perfect. Just everything is ironed. She looks fucking perfect. And she goes to this little latte stand, and that's where you see the first, like, rating interaction is with the latte guy. She gets, like, a flat white, which at the time was the hip drink of the time. She gets, like, a flat white and a cookie, and she sits down with it, takes a bite of the cookie, spits out the bite into a napkin, arranges the cookie on a plate with the little latte, with its little latte art perfectly, takes a picture, posts it on, like, what looks like Instagram or something, sips the latte, makes a gross face, and pushes it away and doesn't eat any of it, and then just sits there and stares at her phone for an hour, looking for people to like the photo of the cookie and the drink. That's how the whole episode starts. I mean, it's faster than what it just took me to explain it. It's crazy, and you're just like, "What the fuck?" They really set up that episode. That whole season's really good, but that episode and the end is just, like, fucking good. It's, like, visceral, man. The White Christmas episode is fucked. Yes, the Boston Dynamic. They modeled them after the Boston Dynamic robots, so they look just like them. But, yeah, that episode just rips your heart out of your sack. Like, the one that had me reevaluate how I about what I can read, about what I view as reality and come to terms with never knowing truly. I get lost in those thoughts sometimes too. Like, if I'm too sober when I go to bed at night and I start thinking, like, am I in the Matrix? Christina Hendricks is the right? Dallas Howard. Dallas something? Dallas. One of the gingers is named Dallas. Is that the one that's in Black Mirror? Fuck, I need to look it up. Yeah. Oh god, that just came to me. That was wild. I don't know how that happened. Sometimes my brain works. What? Oh, Dallas Bryce Howard. Fucking A, Sleaze. Thank you. Let me see if that's the one. I think it is. Bryce. There we go. That's the one. She's the one. That's the one that's in Black Mirror. Is Bryce Dallas Howard, who I believe grew up on the Star Wars sets, which is incredible. Her dad's like a famous actor or some shit. Or director, right? Some shit like that. Like, she's in acting's like in her blood. Would you rather be in a Matrix or Truman Show? Does the Truman Show come to a finale where I realize I'm in the Truman Show, or do I get to just live as Truman forever? Like, blissful ignorance. Oh, fuck. Thank you. Wait, no, that's Christina Hendricks. I was looking up Bryce Dallas. Are they different? Christina Hendricks is the Mad Men, right? Joan. Wild. Titties do a lot for memory, I think. Yeah. If it's blissful ignorance, but you're saying former, so not blissful ignorance. I do wake up as Truman. I think Matrix. I'd rather just be sucked away as a little battery and live out a little fake life in my head. They'd be fine. Is that fucked? Because, like, he was relatively young when he found out about the Truman thing, and you gotta live the rest of your life with that? I don't know, man. I'm crazy enough. But the Matrix, like, I just kinda live a life that I'm literally living right now, and I die in the Matrix as we think humans die, and literally someone just uses me as a battery. Like, isn't that kind of how things run anyways? Like, I die and go into the ground and just become, like, fuel for worms? It's not much different, really. Right? I haven't become an agent yet. Just kidding, it's not happening. But wouldn't that be sick? That would be so sick. I know, it's break time. I forgot. I wasn't watching the clock, Lil. I see you there. Yes, we're doing things. I see you, baby girl. I see you over there, Miss Ma'am. Smoke show. Yeah, she's perfection. Is Topher Grace Freezer episode? Yes, that is Topher Grace. Yes, Topher Grace and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. How? It's incredible. When I just don't understand the logic to, like, when my brain decides to work and when it doesn't. Nothing makes sense. Yeah, that's a really good episode. Hi, Pagan Love. I hope you're doing well. I am well, thank you. In the Matrix, you'd be living in the 90s, meaning you eventually have to relive all the bullshit the past few years. Would the Matrix do that to us, or would they write? Because I mean, theoretically, and I'm thinking of this from a cattle perspective, happy cows. Well, let's start this. Stressed cows that die like in a very stressful environment, i.e., factory farms, they actually like so stress is caused by the cortisol hormone released by the adrenal glands on the tops of your kidneys, and cortisol is what fuels the fight or flight response. So it gives you that power to lift a car off your baby or run from a Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? Um, So, like, this is my theory. If I was a super intelligent AI robot, I would want to eat happy meat or like happy batteries and not like existentially anxious, depressed, insert, their meat. Because in turn, they're kind of consuming that cortisol, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if they're writing the code for our world, like, yes, they'll give us strife because a world without strife doesn't make sense and humans create it everywhere, but maybe not such a ridiculous, you know what I mean? Like, this was like a hella new coder, just got like free reigns for a day. But I don't know. Hi, Pagan. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving me that prime sub. I fucking appreciate you. Don't forget your prime subs. They kind of have two sides of the same issue. The Matrix is not feeling like your true self. The Truman Show is feeling like everything's fake. And it is. I mean, didn't he even have a fake wife? I haven't seen that movie in a lot of years, but he had a fake wife, didn't he? Who literally had a husband that she went home to every day or a boyfriend or something like that, and he catches her on the phone with him. Yeah. Like, I'd much rather just have a fake existence where that maybe didn't happen and just be sucked away as a battery. Because on top of all the fake and being just a walking commercial, like, oh my God. What does that do to you psychologically? Jesus. They're using you to generate energy. They'd want you pumping on all cylinders. Exactly. They don't want depressed meat. Trump wouldn't exist in their world. Maybe. Both mirror people how both mirror how people can feel disassociated from society. 100%, yeah. It's kind of frightening. Don't stress and adrenaline spike your bioelectrics? They can. In a way, yeah. But it's stress adrenaline would be step A and bioelectric spike would be like step K. If you know what I mean. Like there's a lot of little shit in the middle that is happening to get there. But yeah, and other things can cause those middle things to happen, so you don't necessarily need straight, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, short answer. Yeah, the void beckons. Do we need to go outside, Bubba? Oh, big yawn. You go potty. Okay. Okay, bye. You see him headbutting my hand? He's like, Bob, it's time now. Okay, but when I get back. Okay. Okay. Puggy. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving the native swings. I fucking
80 months. I feel so old. What the fuck?
Whoa! That's intense. Will, how are you? I liked one of the animated shorts that came out before the Matrix was basically said that humans weren't there for power, but because the machines needed them for creating new things faster with intuition. So we were basically CPU cores to run on. I could believe that. Yeah. Yeah. It's like on the edge, right? Wasn't paying attention. Did I fucking scare you? I'm sorry. Pagan God, it's a Go XLR. And basically it has a lot of tools with which to alter your voice.
I created this. There's not like a preset. I made Satan. It's not hard. You only have 4 knobs. Like, you just fuck with them. It's literally, I think it's just making my voice masculine. Because if I take it up here, nope, it's not that. Where is it? This one? Yeah, there we go.
I could just make myself kind of echoey, but then I go down into the mans.
I'm a man. Hail Satan. Yeah, they don't have presets.
but it's so easy to fuck with and just, like, kinda make stuff on it. I actually literally screenshotted the settings for Satan and sent them to Eliza just in case my house burns down and I need those settings back. Because I made it. Like, I don't know how the fuck to get Satan back. I have multiple people who have, like, files to what Satan looks like in there, so I can recreate it if something happens. I fuck with my knobs and became
Satan. That's what you get for self-touching.
Mine are in my Google Drive too. I mean, you gave me the idea to do that, honestly. It's just like my paranoia because I'm so used to the exact tone, the exact way Satan sounds, that if for some reason it didn't sound that way, or doesn't because I fuck it up, it like fucks with me. Like I can't function. That's what the Catholic. Oh.
Oh, Catholicism. Let's take a break. What a great note! Sup? Dude. Hail Satan.
Sleaze. Have you ever heard of Frog Leap Studios? It's a dude, and I'm assuming a studio. I don't know. You only see one dude usually in the videos, but he does metal covers of popular songs. And I shit you not, I had never taken a moment to take a minute for WAP. It's just not my type of music. And I tried it once, and I couldn't understand any of the words anyways, except wet ass pussy. I understand every single word he's saying, even though he's screaming it in metal. Like I finally understand the song, and I think it's hilarious, and that's kind of a good version, right? Like it's I don't know what it is. Metal made it better. I don't know. Oh, they're amazing. His name, yeah, it's Leo Moracchioli or Moracchioli. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Lives in Norway. It sounds Italian. I have no clue. But yeah, it's metal covers. Like, I mean, name a song. He probably has covered it. He's been around for a bit. I just found out about him very recently. Chat gave him to me, but he's fucking great. He does a really, really good job. It is a fun song. I just never fucking I couldn't understand any of the lyrics because I'm probably half deaf from sitting in front of loudspeakers my whole life. I'm definitely going deaf. I know it. I went to way too many concerts as a youth. But yeah, it was just me. I guess it comes down to I will always enjoy a song more if I can fucking understand it, right? I actually love Nicki Minaj. Yeah, what Viata, what is with that? I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie. She's in the news constantly because the Swiftie fans apparently are psychotic. But lately she's been in the news a lot because she's like a goody girl, like country pop, whatever, who's like, shake it off, and she's dating like a Nazi. The fuck's going on there? C-Town. Oh my god, I saw your question right as I left. So, you know my little hand brace? It pinched the skin right here, and it's like a blister now. Like it pinched it just overnight. I think it just like pinched the skin, that like webbing. It hurts to touch, but it pinched it and like cut the blood flow off, and it just fucking hurts. Yeah, it's just like a really oddly tender spot on my hand. So I just put a band-aid on it so if we played Destiny, I could hold my controller and not hit it. I know. I gotta like put something on my hand before I put that brace on. It's because it's got like a thumb holder and then the thing on your hand, but it's got a gap right there. And it just I don't know what I did overnight, but it's all red and it hurts. So I put and my band-aids are rainbows because I'm an idiot. So they look weird because they're rainbows. Does he tour? Shut the fuck up. I would kill to see him. Me too, Chronicle. Nicki Minaj is kind of a phenomenal rapper. I have so much respect for her ability to rap. She can move her collagen-filled lips faster than I can move any part of my body. What's a body glide? No, what is that? C-Town, what is that? No. I was gonna pull up another thing for you, Sleaze. I was gonna try to find another song by him because he's fun. Leo Moracchiali. He covers like everything ever. What's a song that's not metally that he might have covered that I can think of? I bet he did Running Up That Hill. He does, like, you know, super popular songs that are coming out, and then he just does random ones all over the place, but I bet he does that. Oh, he does a Recover Rasputin. Okay, let me look that one up. I've listened to so many of them. I appreciate when you guys throw a suggestion because I've just, like, I've listened to so many of them. Rasputin. Should we watch the video together? The videos he and all of his shit, for anybody who hasn't watched this guy. Oh fuck, dude. I have that one. I had that one up and I accidentally closed it earlier. Thank you so much for throwing that back. No, let me grab that again. I had that literally. We were talking about it. I had it on this screen. I had the boobs and everything, and I think I accidentally closed it. Thank you. Watch that afterwards. No, we'll watch that first. Fuck it. I fucking lost it twice because I'm an ass. We were sitting here, I was staring at it, and I was like, I'm so jealous of boobs, and then it went away because I'm an idiot. I'm just high. That's my excuse. Cheers to that. Yeah. Let's enjoy. Because I have so many screens open, they get so small that, like, when I go to select the link, I accidentally close it. That's what I'm doing because I'm an ass. It's just stupid. I don't need that one. I don't need that one. Don't need that one. Oh, and then side note, super side note, but I have to say it before I forget. So y'all told me about that website Throne like last week or something. And you were like, sign up for Throne, Katie, do it. And I did it. And then you were like, did you do it? Did you add a chair? And I was like, no. I just signed up and kind of forgot to do anything else on it. I shit you not. I got a DM from the Twitter account of Throne. And they were like, we'd like to verify you on Throne or some shit like that. They're choosing a select amount of streamers who some. And I'm like a checkmarked Throne person. I just don't even I didn't do anything on there yet. But I made it. I did look for gaming chairs. Before I forget, I have to, because I know you guys watch me be uncomfortable all day, and I do put effort into my back. They don't have any Titan chairs that I can see anywhere. There's no Secret Labs Titan chairs on there. They have a shit ton of gaming chairs, but none of them specifically say they're for tall people. And I am significantly tall. I'm not just being weird about that. Like, chairs that aren't meant for me hurt me. If you're tall, you get it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, they like were like, we wanna, what is it, like, sponsor you or some shit? Like, I'm a throne bitch now. So tonight I actually have a meeting with Sheepy. We're gonna talk about like RP stuff, secrets, and then I'm gonna work on the throne stuff, like adding the links to our bot and getting shit like that together. Whatever, I don't know, looking on it. Cryptids, yeah. Look at this. This is what it looks like. This is why I didn't want to just read it because it's really cool looking. Just the website is really well put together. It has like maps of alleged places where the cryptids are. Like that's worth looking at, right? This is really cool. How did you find that? Was it the boobs? I would have clicked for those. Same, exactly. I bet they're fucking a blast at like a Coyote Ugly bar or something. Oh Lord, on a dick. I know, my coconuts. Yeah, that's gonna be stuck in my head for a while, but I kind of am okay with it because it had some pretty clever lyrics. Like I already want to listen to it again, but I'm not gonna do that to you because I know I'm one of the few people that is obsessive like that. Not the few, but like not everyone's like that, and I don't want to kill the song for you. But the lyrics in it are pretty fucking fantastic. And so was everything else. No? Ugh. And check. Yeah, it's actually like a banger song. That's great. I'm saving it. Okay. This is like not boobs, but he looks fucking damn good for his age. Yeah, I thought late 40s, early 50s, and Jack Black's in his early 50s. I mean, and I wasn't basing that on the way they look or anything. I was basing that on just how many years they've been in like the media and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been around for a bit. That's what I was going off. Robo, right? You're fucking welcome. I retweeted it, so if you want to like steal it, it's also on YouTube if you'd like the YouTube. It's everywhere. Like you don't have to, I know a lot of people fucking hate Twitter because Twitter is a shit stank. The only reason I'm there is business reasons. Which are kind of pointless these days. Haha. But for real, like it's everywhere. Go get it and share it. It makes me happy. JB was born in 69. Fuck, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy. I know the whole song by heart. I am obsessed with Tenacious D. It's a weird thing. I can sing Fuck Her Gently, literally from beginning to end, word for word without the music. It's weird. Let's look at cryptids. I want to look at this. This looks really fucking dank. Just the website. They've done such a good, like, I don't know. Oh, I'll always have, always will. I don't want them. Don't look at me with that sexy face. I ain't got time. We're going to look at cryptids. And I'm going to play Toto Africa in the background because it's good and you're going to enjoy it. Well, it's the metal cover. I just bit my cheek. I've been biting the same spot for like a week. It's killing me. Seatown, I wish I could do it. I feel like by all intents and purposes, I have plenty of gear and I cannot figure it out. Like it's impossible. I would never ever subject anyone to the whatever happens when I try that shit. Everyone's short persons for me too. Same. Yeah. Like, you never see a dance team with 2 6-foot girls. There's one to get the fetish, and then you're done with those girls. Lizzie, at the beginning of the video, she pukes that girl onto the dance floor. And then, like, re-eats her. So I think that girl might be part of her, like, dance party powers or something. Oh, no shit. Diablo 4 Druid woman is amazing. Oh, you did a Druid? I actually cried a little bit. Ooh. I made an amazing, strong black woman that looks like she could be my great-grandmother. That's the fucking way to build a character. That's dope. Strong bitches, dude. The stuffed butt reminds me of the SNL fake ad for "Oops, I crapped my pants." Oh my god, yes. It just makes me think of when the Kardashians had big fake butts that didn't look real at all and just were like a separate entity to their bodies. I mean, Mayo, you got it. Like we can. I feel like we're humans. We're mammals. We all want to. Well, we all want intimacy, whatever that is defined for you. And while I can't help but objectify these butts in my head and think about smashing my face between each and every one, I can step back and appreciate the talent of the people swinging the butts and stuff. It makes me feel a little bit better about just wanting to eat them. Like, you are hella fucking talented, and I acknowledge that, but also, butt goddess. I think so. She comes from the sky, maybe. Bite cheek swells up. You keep biting it. Yeah, it's literally, and it's like my chewing molars, I've been doing it for like a week now. Shit fucking can't heal. I'm gonna live on pudding. Bubble butts and cryptids. What if there's a cryptid with a bubble butt? Stop it. This is honestly, Vile found this. Cryptids are really interesting, like the concept of them, but the way this website's designed and shows where they all are, I think is really, really cool. So hold on one sec. Well, I'm gonna post it in chat in case you guys want it, and then also I'm gonna pull it up on a different monitor so I can actually fucking read it because that monitor's too far away. Myron, I was gonna say on like MMOs and stuff like that, where you get really any game where I get like highly customizable features, I usually always make my women strong. Like I make them look like fucking what was the pink-haired chick's name? Was it in Overwatch? Ziva, something like that. Zhivava. There's a model she was based on who is literally. She makes me feel bad about myself. I'm gonna be honest, just by existing. She's so fucking beautiful, but I base my character. I make them like big fucking like gladiator women because I think that's important. Wait, a cryptid booty? Shut up. I'll get the truck. Get a flashlight. Display the mature content. Are you? Oh my god! Why is that mature? What? Stop it. I can literally show this on stream and I have no qualms. What? There's so little fat. How is that even a butt? To call, like, not. Stop it. How is that inappropriate? That made me click a mature warning label. For a butt? Come on. Is it male presenting? Then it's fine. Muffin has those solid iron cakes. Oh god, do I have... Glut, with my luck at thumbnails, that might be the best thumbnail I've ever had on my channel. My thumbnails, I'm usually like having a crisis. They're terrible. I've never, like, people, like, I think one of the number one things people like to take pictures of is my thumbnail and then show it to me, be like, Katie, are you vomiting? And I'm like, no. Rude. Cryptids of North America. Sorry, I had to pull it on a different monitor so I can read it. This general land office, is that too loud? I want to ask before I read, just in case. Is the music, like, super loud? I'm gonna try a different song just in case. Is it a tad? Okay, thank you. Wait till the music starts. Stop it! Honestly, it got the point across. How about there? Just as a background hum, obviously. I don't want to, like, bit higher. I never know. I literally creep it by decimals. I'll start reading it. General Land Office record of the week showcases the mysterious realm of North American cryptids. Do other places in the world have cryptids? Or is that strictly a North American term? I wonder. I don't know. In a collaborative effort by the ROTW team, step inside if you dare. Bitch, I fucking dare. I feel old today. You know, Viata, my knees have sounded like wet Rice Krispies since I was 16. So I kind of think we're just crunchy. Like right now, if I could get the mic on my knees and do a squat, it sounds like wet Rice Krispies. But it always has. My knees have never sounded smooth. My feet are like in the morning. Always, though. I don't remember that ever not being that way. It's just like when I got older and lived with someone who wasn't my family, they pointed it out. But I feel like I've always been crunchy. Yeah, C-Town for me, it was being a catcher in softball. Hours of just squatting and standing and squatting and standing and squatting and scatting and squatting and standing and scatting. Yeah, it destroyed my fucking knees. This reminds me when we were coming back to the trailhead this past Sunday. Oh my god, there was a dude in a ghillie suit. Shut up. Was it Zoe? Way off the trail trying to mess with people? Fuck yourself. Oh, what a douche. There was a group of like 6 people setting out at the same time. None of us were fooled, but everyone was laughing. He was just in a ghillie suit too. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's how like a lot of true crime stories start. Like, oh, this just kind of silly guy got a ghillie suit and just hang out in trailheads and creep people out, and then suddenly little girls start going missing. But he was just so silly. Not Zoe. Cool. So it could be a creep. We've ruled out safe. I skateboarded too, but it didn't do too bad on my knees. But I think because I'm all legs, I think doing squats like in that position with all that gear on for hours at a time in the hot heat fucked my knees up bad. My brother Nick was a catcher as well, and his knees sound just like mine. They're just cheers. The word cryptid. Ooh, the word cryptid refers to a creature that's believed to exist without significant proof. I'm gonna read that one more time. The word cryptid refers to a creature that is believed to exist without significant proof. Is it just me getting locked on that sentence? And how, like, if you read it backwards, like, cryptids are things that have no significant proof to being existing. Like, yeah, like, that literally, it's not ruling out anything, like angels, demons, Loch Ness monsters, Sasquatch, your drunk uncle in the attic. Like, that's such a broad, like, I don't know, sorry, I get stuck. I read a lot, and I do this on my own, too. I get stuck on shit. Yeah, the sentence is just a little, is God? Yeah! Gods could be cryptids, according to this. Although I think there's more proof to those being maybe possible. This term has been widely used since the early 1980s. That's it. Cryptid's a really new word. But sightings and claims of the unnatural have haunted the globe for centuries. This ROTW focuses, what's that? That's a team. Oh, that's the record of the week showcase? Okay. This record of the week showcase focuses on some favorite cryptids one might find lurking in the forests and waters of North America. What do you think's going to be in here before we look? We already see Mogollon. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a Mogollon of Arizona. Wait, where my Arizonans at? What the fuck is this? I was just going to say, before we look at it, I want you guys to guess what you think's going to be listed. Like, I would say Jersey Devil, Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Those are the same thing, though, right? I mean, Lizzie, we're animals. It still doesn't rule anything out. Chupacabra. Ooh, that's a good one. Chupacabra. Yep, I'm going to write that down. Chupa. Bigfoot. That's my vote. Jersey Devil. Maybe some sassy feet, some jazz hands. You saw it, yeah, don't cheat. I'm trying to think. What are other like are there any water related like cryptids in the US? I don't think so. Ooh, a jackalope. That's possible. I would believe that might be on there. That's a pretty popular one, especially if you live anywhere in the Southwest at all. Unicorns, unicorn Pegasus. Big hairy man, half bear, Bigfoot counts. Mothman, etc., but gods are not animal. Oh, you're right with gods. I was just thinking, oh, Mothman. Is Mothman American? Is that even a cryptid or is that literally just a Godzilla thing that like carried on into other things randomly? Honestly, I don't know. I know it's from Godzilla. Like that's where I got my Mothman. Ooh, Yeti. Is Yeti Abominable Snowman? That's like the same. Oh, Slender Man. Good one. Slender. Abominable. That's like the same thing as a Yeti, right? Mothra is from Godzilla, but Mothra and Mothman, like they look awfully fucking similar. Like, are they kind of based on the like what? Basically, let me reword this. I'm sorry. Is Mothra and Godzilla based on Mothman, or is Mothman, whatever, based on the Godzilla? Like, what egg or chicken? Is it a cryptid or is it just something that was in a movie and people took it forward? Sarah, my love, I love you so much. How are you? I think Lovecraft was he American or was he British? I think cryptids might be only America. So I was just saying just the US, but I have no idea. I don't know. Does the rest of the world have cryptids? Like, it seems like a fucking new word. It was 1980. Me continually missing socks after washing them, that's Dobby looking for a friend and masturbating in your socks. I read the blurb on the screen and saw New Mexico. Yes. Did you recognize? So everybody saw it that we cheated on. I mean, I accidentally scrolled too far. But if anybody from Arizona has heard of this, I've never heard of this thing in my life. The Mogollon. It says how to say it. Hold on. Mogollon. I've never heard of that in my life. Mothman is like human sized. Oh, so Mothman wasn't a kaiju. Okay, I'm gonna put Mothman down. I think that counts. Abominable / Yeti. I think those are like the same thing technically. Although, well, whatever. We're just gonna write them all down because I don't know if it's just America. It just feels like it because Americans are stupid like this. Mothman versus Moth. Don't write Mothra, Katie. Mothman. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna write Lovecraft just in case because I really don't know. I mean, I know that's Lovecraft was an author, but I don't know if those are. I don't know what cryptid's gonna be to this because that definition of cryptid is so goddamn broad. Study cryptids worldwide. We don't necessarily call them that. Well, it said literally the word came from 1980. It's so new. Like I said, Loch Ness Monster is a cryptid. I think someone said that earlier, and I just didn't. It was probably you. I just didn't write it down. Loch Ness. Exmoor Beast. I've never heard of the Exmoor Beast. What's that? What's that? Selkies. Those are like the women who wear seal skins, right? Dude, we could go. Is that a cryptid or more like a myth? I don't know, man. Yeti's Himalayan. And is Yeti and what's the abominable snowman? Are they like interchangeable? I would never abuse. I didn't say you did. I said Dobby abused your defenseless socks that way. I would never assume that any of you would ever jerk off on anything and leave it to get crispy. Giggity. Crispy's not here to defend himself. Ha 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 ha. Oh, no shit, Vile. Some legendary creepers are absolutely real, blah, blah, blah. So it's not just America. So we can go across. Man, that opens up so much more. Does anybody know any like wildly specific cryptids to your area of the world? Like if you're in Europe or Africa or somewhere other than America? Because I only know US ones. And I think we've got the major US ones. The Jersey Devil, the Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever. Well, Bigfoot slash abominable. No, what is the other word? Bigfoot slash Sasquatch, excuse me. Chupacabra, Slenderman, Mothman. Can you think of, I can't think of any just like, you know, well-known fucking cryptids like that. Chronicle, absolutely. Yeah, you safe. Yes. Nessie, Scotland, yep. Lovecraft, I think, was English. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeti is Himalayan. Unicorn Pegasus, I'm assuming, is European. Like, that's got to be somewhere in Europe or Britain. Like Will o' the Wisp. Will-o'-wisp, would that be a cryptid? We all know that they're just like gas bubbles burning, but like Will-o'-the-wisp, Will-o'-wisp, Will-o'-wisps, Will-o'-the-wisp. Ooh, Wendigo! Fuck yes, C-Taron. Good call. Wendigo. Wendigo. Forgot about Wendigos. That's a good one. Oh, we should just literally just all think about Supernatural. They literally pull up every cryptid possible before they just go angels, demons forever. Lovecraft was from Rhode Island. No shit. I did not know that. So he was American? I'm going to underline that one then just in case. I didn't know. I know he was a notable racist, but those are everywhere. Mythical, not cryptid. Yeah. You would say that about Will-o'-the-wisps. Will-o'-wisp. Will-o'-wisps. Will-o'-wisps. Ooh, banshees. Is that Irish? Irish-Scottish? Banshee? That might be mythical too. I don't know. I'm just writing them all down because I don't know. We might be totally off. We might be totally on. Are we guessing? I was just asking in general. Like, I feel like I've heard everything that you got. No one in chat has said, "Oh, a really known, well-known cryptid is that." And this list is like well-known cryptids. So I was just curious if anyone's in Arizona in chat, like, is like, "Oh yeah, we know about the Mogollon," because I don't. I've never heard of that. My grandparents had a house there. All right. Let's see. The Pope-lick monster. Shut up. I was talking about my grandma that way. This song is amazing, though. We got Mothman, Najio. We got Mothman. I'll read the list, what I wrote down so far. So, Banshee, Chupacabra, Bigfoot / Sasquatch, Jersey Devil, Jackalope, Unicorn, Pegasus, whatever, you know. I'm basically classifying that as, like, chimeras, you know, mythical creatures. Might be cryptids. We don't know. We don't know where the definition is being drawn. Slenderman, Abominable Snowman / Yeti. I think those are interchangeable. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mothman, Lovecraftian, everything. Loch Ness Monster, and Wendigo. Have I missed? Chupacabra is like a lizard. Chupacabra is like a lizard with chicken head or some shit. I don't know. Do we have another lizard, dude? I mean, crocodiles are fucking scary. Does Pennywise count? Pennywise ruined my life. So, yes. Oh, shit, Ska. Thank you. I'm sorry. That's me because I fucking looked down to right and then I missed things. What is that? The Ogopogo? Wait, why have I heard of that? That sounds familiar. Like, the word looked really fucked up when I said it out loud. I was like, oh, shit. Do I know that one? I might. Okay, Ogopogo, got that one. Spring-Heeled Jack. What's that from, Raised? That sounds familiar, too. Spring-Heeled Jack. It also sounds terrifying. Oh, Bloody Mary! That's a good one. That's a very much, like, I don't really know on the line of mythical or cryptid. Like, where would that go? Thunderbirds a go! Bloody Marie. Hi, Mermy. How are you, love? Cryptids are animals. Yeah, not, but like, what's in it? I don't know. It could be any, like, Sasquatch is kind of just a hairy dude. So, like, a chick in a mirror, I don't know, not a far stretch, right? To me, I guess. Same with, like, Yeti. It's just like a hairy dude in the cold. Big one. I don't know. I don't know either. I'm just writing it all down because I don't, we might be, I have no idea. A skunk ape? Wait, is that real? Is an urban legend encrypted? Isn't that kind of similar? Because that's the Jersey Devil is an urban legend, but I think he's on a cryptid list. Like he's actually considered a cryptid, right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Things that are creepy that are legends that persist throughout history, but are unexplainable and don't have a lot of evidence. Skunk apes are Floridian Bigfoot. Skunk apes? What a fucking word. I got it. That's funny. Dude, race, totally cool. No, me neither. I mean, this is the definition of a cryptid, seriously. The word cryptid refers to a creature that's believed to exist without significant proof. A creature, not animal, creature that is believed to exist without significant proof. That's all we got on this website, so that's what we were going by. You're not that far off. It's totally cool. Oh my god, dick butt would totally. Twerking dick butt. I'm writing down dick butt for, posterity. He's our cryptid. It doesn't say living, it just says creature. There ain't no living in there. Just creature. What's a creature? Ghosts aren't real. The haunted park? A haunted park? Like, is it actually haunted or is it like, a gimmick? No, I haven't. I haven't really been downtown because we moved here right at the beginning of COVID shutdown, so everything closed. I love pedanticing with you guys because I know a lot of you are like writers and I know it drives you insane. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me play. Let's continue, yeah? Sandworms from Beetlejuice. That's my vote. Cheers. I love to play devil's advocate when it's fun and not harmful, and I'm so sorry I'm such a douche. Actually, I think the Kraken might be something like that. I'm gonna put Kraken before we start scrolling because I agree with you. That's like a living creature. All right. This is the one I've never heard of in my life. Mogion. I thought I was gonna sneeze. No. Okay, it's gone. We begin our journey on the Mogollon Rim, pronounced Mogollon, of Arizona. The Mogollon Rim, the rim, okay, let's just call it the rim because that's a word, is a steep slope forming the southwestern portion of the Colorado Plateau. The rim area and abutting mountains are referred to as the Mogollanes, named after Juan Ignacio Flores Mogollon, the former governor of New Mexico in 1712. At the time this area was occupied by New Spain, the term Mogollon dates back to a prehistoric Native American Indian tribe inhabiting Arizona and New Mexico around 8200 to 1450. The rim stretches over 11 townships and 200 miles of land blanketed with towering ponderosa pines. I don't think they know what towering means. Portions of this area were surveyed in 1934 as depicted in the plat, blah, blah, blah. This is allegedly where it is. So this is Arizona. Can I zoom out? Oh, bitch, I totally can. This is really nice, the way they did this. So there's Phoenix. Oh, wow, I'm on the wrong sorry, let me get you there with me. Sorry, I'm reading on one monitor and showing you guys another one, that was my bad. I just wanted to get a gauge of where the fuck it is. So here's Phoenix, and this is allegedly where Mogollon whatever is. Sick. I wrote that one 9 list, we got Chupacabra, because I think that one legitimately is one. Yeah, Chupacabra I got. And I wrote down Jackalope, because that's kind of a Southwestern weird thing that some people truly believe is real. I don't know. A wood carving depicting the Mogollon monster. That is, it's so bad. Hold on. It's so tiny. Like, how are we? Oh, thanks for that zoom in. It looks like a sad troll. I'm going to be honest. That literally looks like Norwegian trolls. Does that not? Does that look like someone tried to make a Norwegian troll? That's what that makes me think of. Anyways. Nope. It's in Arizona, but on the Colorado. What was it? Colorado something plateau. Colorado literally just means like color red or something like that. Yeah. Colorado, color red. That's it. So it's used all over the place. It's just it's a Spanish term for the rock in the area. If you've ever seen pictures of like Sedona, Arizona, it's so fucking cool. Hold on. Look at that ass. Wrong keyboard, Katie. Ma'am. No shit. This is Sedona, Arizona. It's fucking wildly pretty. I got to go there one time as a youth, but it's like you think these are doctored. They're not doctored images. Like, it's actually what it looks like. And it's something to do with the like iron. And we have this in Colorado as well. Like, it's just like a thing. And so there's a lot of things named, like, there's a Colorado River, Colorado Mountain Pass, Colorado this. And then there's the state of Colorado. It's very, I have a tarantula called the Colorado villosus. No shit. The color red spider. Yeah, it's just a really common name. Red Rocks, yeah, they're gorgeous. I mean, they're fucking phenomenal. Literally, Red Rock. Yeah. I'm such an idiot. See, I've lived here 3 years. I should be knowing this. I've been there. Come on. Oh, Katie, wrong keyboard. This is where Zach and I go see a lot of concerts. Like, we went and saw the South Park one here, but Red Rocks, like, it's literally a stadium, a amphitheater built into the side of the mountain that is the Red Rock. So you're like sitting on it, but it's really pretty. It's you kind when I moved here, I was like, oh yeah, Red Rocks, whatever. And then when you go, you're like, ah, shit, no, that's fucking worth it. Like, it's truly fucking cool. I've lived there for years, literally in lockdown. I know I'm trying my best to get out, but it's like, even though they've claimed that the pandemic is over and what the fuck ever, uh, so many businesses failed. It's kind of sad. Like, things aren't really open. Like, so many mountain passes still, they just close indefinitely. Uh, Wrong every day. I'm always gonna fucking hit the wrong keyboard every day. Every day. That's a good shot of it. So that's how you sit and look, and then the juts of it, like, just fucking flying out of the ground. It is pretty epic to see. Sarah, my love, how are you doing? Hello, sister. It's from when that part of the world was underwater. That's like, we were under ocean, right? Like, they find a bunch of like, what is it? The meg fossils here. Like, they don't find, a T-Rex fossil in Colorado. They find like fish fossils. It's very bizarre. Yeah. I think I've read about that. It's fucking wild to read. It's a very strange phenomena. That's a really good shot of it, actually. Yeah, the Red Rock is pretty phenomenal, to be honest. Anyways, sorry, cryptids. We're learning about cryptids, Sarah. It's fun. People living around Red Rocks keep complaining, so they lowered the decibel rating for Red Rocks. Like, they were complaining of the noise. Did they live there before or after? I'm very curious. I'm not active enough to enjoy Colorado like I should. Good thing I'm moving next week. Honestly, I feel like even if you were, you have to be like really, really wealthy to truly experience Colorado the way Colorado wants people to think Colorado is. You know what I mean? Like, a lift ticket's $500 for a day to go anywhere skiing. It's kind of just excessive. And like, people, the images of Colorado that people see is like the mountains and the aspens. But if you live anywhere near Boulder, your house is going to be $1 million trailer. To be near the aspens, it's kind of like, if you're an average person, you don't experience Colorado the way they advertise this fucking state. Only the rich may ski. I'm not kidding. $500 for a fucking day, and that's not even just Vail. I'm talking like just an unnamed mountain. It's insane. That's Chronicle. That's what everyone says is transplants. Yep. Rich people come out here, buy lots of them, and they just, I mean, they drive it. Yeah. The paleontologist I took you to raid once. Oh my god, that guy is so fucking smart. That might have been the most recent place I actually heard someone talking about it. That guy is so goddamn smart. They bled out of CO to Montana and Texas. Oh, really? Sarah, I would. Yeah. I mean, it's not even nice houses. That's the crazy part. People literally, I'm not kidding when I say trailers, like there's the moment that the border crosses from like whatever town is right before Boulder to Boulder, houses go from 350,000 to millions of dollars, but they're in the same trailer park. And it's just to live near the pretty. It's crazy. Even if I had that money, I don't think I'd do it. Like, it's just such a waste, in my opinion. I mean, it's borderline almost cheaper to ski anywhere. Like, I got to drive through Telluride. Cheers, by the way, Viata. I'm just repacking my bowl. I got to drive through Telluride when I drove from Washington to Baltimore, and it was so pretty. Like, it was easily one of the most picturesque places I've ever seen in my entire life, but I'm pretty sure a daily ski lift ticket was $800 for one day. And I just, even if I had that amount of money, like that level of disposable cash, do I want to spend my time around that kind of those people that can afford that? Probably not. It's just crazy. Oh, Yandy, dude, homeless. I mean, you could be making six figures and be homeless in that town. I would almost put money on that. I mean, a latte was, I stopped for coffee, literally like AM, PM level coffee, and it was like $12. It's fuck Tim McGraw on that song. Cheers. Ooh, Vile, same area though. Gamer subs being all thirsty again. Animal girl thigh. Anime girl thigh. Yeah, I like that. They know how to get us. Is what that's what that is. Within an hour of Denver and anywhere around it, buco bucks. Oh yeah, it's crazy. Like we're North Denver, and I swear, like where Scott and me and Zach live, like this kind of general like 15-mile radius of little towns all stuck together that are technically Greater Denver. I truly believe we're like the last standing area where you can find a house under 500,000 and it's still a decent amount of land and a decent house. And that's just cuz we are North Denver. Like we are as close to the airport as you can get without and still be Denver. So we're like out in the Kansas-ish, like the what do they call it? The range or whatever. But it's just like especially if you have a job where you can literally work anywhere or do anything, like Zach and I, where we like work at home. Why would you choose to live somewhere that is so much more expensive when you could literally go anywhere? Like there are so many places in the United States of America where you can live for a fraction of the cost it costs to live here. Unless you're stuck here, I don't understand it. Like I'm basically secretly fixing this house up to fucking flip it. Because it's not worth it. There's no perks to what you're paying for. You just live here and suffer weather. There's an anime right now where the main character's obsessed with thighs and girls wearing thigh-high stockings. Who isn't obsessed with those things? For real. The heavenly moment when you walk down the street and get 1/2 ounce for 50. Oh my god, Hikaru. Cheers, double cheers to that because we missed 420. That's beautiful. Sarah, I'm gonna have to send you pictures. It's actually coming together so fucking well. I've borderline killed my body to do it, but it's looking so good. I'm gonna take pictures of it. I'll take pictures of it after stream and I'll send them to you. It looks like I'm landscaping it, man. It's gonna be like I'm making it into literally like I'm treating my yard the way I treat my animals' enclosures. I'm making heaven. Why is that, Rapster? Oh, I know. And Rod, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't we one of the areas that like how do I word it? We were a victim of like Zillow, for lack of a better word. So and that super fucked us. So like if you own a house, like keep it, just stay. Don't do anything right now. Yeah, aside from that, yeet. We're all right. We're looking at pretty things and reading about fun cryptids. This is allegedly something that lives in Arizona. Oh my god, this old paper article is pretty cool looking. Grand Canyon Wild Man? Oh my god, it's getting weirder. Bones and taxidermy is fascinating. Gloomy, I can't tell you the amount of people that I've given a skull for a gift. Like, if I have a loved one who I think has, like, a spirit animal, I go on Etsy and I find the skull of it and I send it to him as a gift. I think bones are fucking cool. I love to browse Zillow and just, like, look at homes, look at yards, look at the pricing all over the place, 100%. Like, I just wish there was somewhere else to go because we all kn like, Zillow did they, like, bought a shit ton of homes. They did some scammy fucking shit. I don't remember the exact specifics of it, but it was, like, Zillow and Redfin and whatever those websites, they did something really scammy, and I can't remember. I know, Sarah, it's just, like, elephant skulls are illegal. And Sirius hasn't died yet, so I'm just working on it. Unfortunately, the grandparents were incinerated. I'm working on it. Some skulls take longer to get. Bear skulls are illegal too, believe it or not. Seriously. It's like having an eagle feather, like you have to have a license for it. Not that I've looked. Yes. Oh, Kino. I see them on Etsy. They're fucking beautiful. Yeah. Protected species, yeah, and they protect all parts of the species. Like, I think if there's something if it's an animal that, like, you have to have a very special tag to hunt and it has a very specific hunting season, like a bear or something like that, like, you can't even if you find a dead bear on the side of the road, you can't cut its head off and take its skull. Like, you can get busted for big fines for doing it. There's something weird about it, and I don't have licenses to have that. I would love to, though. I think it's just really cool to see what's on the inside. Like, if you think about it, I'm talking, moving my face, expressing things, but I can't physically move my top teeth. And that's weird, so I kinda like to see why. Bear hunts, dude. I mean, well, we grew up with them around our house because we lived near a bunch of orchards, and I'm sure you're aware of that, Viata. Like, orchard law is Oh, a bear got in the orchard? Guess we're having bear this winter. The amount of times that one of those there was 2 kids that lived on the orchard that rode our bus, and they'd come on the bus with a bear claw. Like, just, like, like the guy from Jurassic Park would be sticking out in their knuckles, and they'd, like, touch the back of my neck with it on the bus. Fucking gross. What if you find a bear skull in the woods? It's kind of like sure, like, if it's literally, like, a desiccated skull, it's rotted away, you find it, it's old, nobody cares about it, like, chances are, if a park ranger ain't chilling behind you and you just take it home and put it on your mantle, like, if someone sees it on Instagram, they're not gonna fucking arrest you for having this desiccated skull. But if a park ranger felt sassy, they could ask you, like, "Where'd you get it? Show me the tag for how you hunted it." Da 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 da. Same with eagles. Like, if you find a dead eagle, you can or an eagle feather, you are not allowed to take it home in America. I think it's just bald eagle feathers, but yeah, there's I don't understand the laws around the feathers, honestly. Like, it's something honestly, I think it's something to do with native tradition and Native Americans owning the species or something. Seriously. I'm not being facetious. My brain is picking that out of nowhere, but I think that's something. Is that something? I can't remember, but it is just bald eagles. Yeah, there's just very interesting laws around a lot of different species like that. And yeah, you can get some really interesting shit on the internet, but some of it is Like, you gotta go deep, dark internet, and if someone's poaching bears to sell skulls, I want no part of it because, like my sister, I couldn't kill a bear, they cry. And I've watched a lot of cooking shows, and the amount of shit people have to do to bear meat to make it palatable, I'm just like, there's other options. Like, I'd shoot a mountain sheep over that shit. If there's a racist reason, it's usually the reason behind any given law in the US. I mean, we're basically founded on that shit, right? My friend works at the zoo here, and they had a rhino pass. Oh, a rhino. My heart. Oh, that is literally Rabster. I'm not kidding. I was gonna ask if they were gonna do that. So, sorry, I get way ahead of myself. I love rhinos so much. This breaks my heart. A friend works at a zoo. They had a rhino pass recently, and she's in the entomology team. I know. I'm pretty sure most of you know where this is going. Um, they want to use bugs to clean the skull to prepare it. So I keep getting updates on the removing the skin in various layers. Oh my god, it's honestly fascinating. That's what people on Etsy do. If you ever go on Etsy or eBay or any website that sells like real bones or animal parts, the way that they clean them is they cultivate colonies of specific beetles. I can't remember if it's a specific species or family or what it is, but there's a group of these tiny little beetles that, similar to the scarabs in The Mummy, although much less dramatically, they can clean a bone carcass in a week. Like, fresh off the road, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they make sure there's nothing in, like, that's how they make sure every bit of brain is gone if it's a skull, because any bit of organic tissue will obviously rot, and they don't want to send people rotted, disgusting things. So they literally, you can go on Instagram actually, like, or probably anywhere that has short form content videos. You choose yours, TikTok, whatever the fuck. But look up just like beetles cleaning bones or whatever, and you can watch time lapses of these beetles just like decimating a entire skeleton. So like for instance, they'll find a fox that was unfortunately hit on the road, and they'll lay the fox down in like a plastic tub and then pour the beetles in, and you just watch, and then suddenly it's literally the exact skeleton of the fox in the exact position they laid it in the bin. Like the beetles are so small and so delicate, they don't even move the bones as they consume all the organic matter, but they won't eat the bones. It's actually really fascinating in the grossest way. It's really fucking cool. Gloomy, I liked you too. I mean, we grew up going through the woods as kids, and my dad would have us bring home deer heads if we ever found like a deer that was killed by coyotes. Or like, I think honestly, more often than not, what happened is hunters would shoot a deer and not track it. And then the deer come down to the water at nighttime because they're hurt and trying to get water, and they just lay down and die. Because we would find so many just huge deer, they just laid down and died right at the water at the lake. It was really bizarre. But my dad would have us go pick horns, pick antlers in the woods, because deer antlers are kind of a unique thing. There are some regulations around them, but antlers are different than horns. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I learned this a really long time ago. But antlers, they actually lose them every year and grow them back. So like you can go pick antlers in the woods because that deer is already growing back new antlers. It's not like the possibility you poached a deer, right? Yeah, they shed them every year. Antlers, I think anything with antlers does. Do moose shed their antlers? The moose shits? Those are huge. I hope so, because that's amazing. Yeah, it's fine to harvest the sheds, whereas horns, like a big horn sheep, for instance, the big like spiral ass horns, that is a horn, it like grows forever. It doesn't fall off. So you gotta have like your tags and shit for that, right? Thank you guys for helping me with that, because it's been a very long time since I've literally been a part of that world. Dude, baby rhinos literally make my vagina cry. If I could have baby rhinos instead of baby humans, I might. I thought bear meat was fucking gross too, Bezabelli. Honestly, I tried it twice and I thought it was fucking nasty. And they cry like baby humans when you shoot them. Unless you literally clock one between the eyes, they fucking cry and run at you and beg for their life. Like, man, I've unplugged a lot of people and I couldn't do that. Mm-mm. Ugh. I actually have a few friends. No, 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 no. Shush. There's nothing happened. You barked yourself awake, young man. No, nope. No. Trick just barked himself out of a deep sleep. Lay down. Go to sleep. You're fine. No. Nothing happened. You're fine. Bark a clock in his dreams. I actually have a few friends locally that make decor and such of bones, sheds, etc. And they find out in the woods here, and a couple of them have cleaning colonies. They're amazing. Have you ever got to see one? I've like if I lived in an area where I could pick bones like that, I would totally do a cleaning colony and do bone because they are really cool. My apartment manager won't let me get those beetles so I can do road. Dude, those beetles, if they got out, would literally clean your apartment better than any fucking Mary Maid could dream of doing. Poor ignorant apartment people. You're a good person, though. See, I would hear that and be like, oh, so you're saying I just need to put it somewhere you'll never see. Excellent. Looking at some random cryptids and found a tea kettler. It's a small animal that makes noises like a boiling tea kettle. Steam comes out its nose, and there's a... No, that just sounds too cute, and I want one. Deer teeth? Oh, that's fucking gnarly. Deer teeth? Ugh. Dude, Gloomy, that's fucking dope. My dad has so many antlers. It's incredible to watch meese shed their... It's watching moose, deer, anything shed their antlers. Because don't they grow the antlers, and when the antlers grow in, they're all covered in soft velvet. And then they literally have to, like, violently rub the live velvet off their bony fucking antlers, and it bleeds. I mean, it's just, like, it's so metal. If you've ever seen a picture of, like, like a deer with antlers that just has, like, flesh and blood hanging off it, that's their own. It's their own meats. Like, it's so metal. And then they, like, grow big and strong, maybe fuck, and then rub the antlers off and look like a bitch all winter and then go back to horn. It's the cycle. What about elk, though? Don't elk females have horns, too? Or antlers? All elk have antlers. Do they shed them? Or are those horns? Elk are weird. I've never seen an elk antler in person. Oh, my brain just got rocked. Anyways, this is speaking of maybe not real things. I don't know. It could be real. Arizona, though, they're wild there. The vast landscape is said to be home of Arizona's own Bigfoot. Oh, it's just another version of Bigfoot. The Mogollon Monster. The Mogollon Monster was first sighted in 1903 by I.W. Stevens. Stevens reported that he came across a wild man while taking a trip to the Colorado River. The Color Red River. Sick. They do shed their antlers. Are they do they grow more tines as they get older? I've only seen elk like twice in my life. And it was startling. They're like dinosaur deer, so I was just like, whoa. I found out about today. Ooh, okay. I got it. Hold on. Cryptids are fun, man. They're so fucking weird. I mean, the idea of them, but like scientists say that of the species we've discovered, there's like exponentially more that we will probably never even discover. Like we don't have enough time on Earth. Even if we'd never polluted Earth, just the natural cycle of Earth going into an ice age, we don't have enough time to catalog and discover every single species on Earth. Like, how can we discount anything? It's cynical. Have you ever been near one in real life? They're so tall. And they do that thing. They're like dinosaur deer, man. The first time I ever saw them, I was driving to a fucking out in the middle of nowhere town called Republic in Washington to take my PSATs. No, I think actually my SATs. And I had to stop in the middle of the mountains on a highway, and I was almost late to my SATs because a herd of elk was crossing the highway. And I remember when I got to the school where I was taking my SATs, I called my dad to let him know I got there safe. And I was like, Dad, I think I saw dinosaur deer. And he was like, those are elk, Katie. Don't be an idiot. And I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, elk. They were taller. Like, their dicks were as tall as the top of my little Saturn car. They were huge to me. I'd never, ever seen them in real life. Like, I knew white-tailed deer and muleys and shit like that. Like, that's all I'd ever been near. And not even that close alive, really, unless one hit our car. Elks are tasty. Really lean, though. I like me some fatty meat. So it's a wild man. He shares his encounter with a local paper, the Arizona Republic, in vivid detail. According to Stevens, he stumbled upon footprints with further investigation, a large, pungent man. Oh, sick. Along the cliff edge. The large, pungent. I wonder if he had a post-coital smell. Do you think? It's like rain on your post-coital day. The large, pungent man had white hair down to his knees. How dare. A coat of white fur, claw-like fingernails, and flaming green eyes. Click here to see full details. What? I'm sorry. Just, like, go. That doesn't look... No, I'm sorry. You failed me there. You failed me. You failed me. Additional reported sightings include the following. Mid-1940s, 13-year-old Don Davis, while on a Boy Scout camping trip, wakes up to find the monster foraging the campsite and eventually standing over him while he hid in his sleeping bag, revealing his penis to everyone except his mom! I'm kidding. Davis is now a reputable cryptozoologist. Oh, that kid got fucked up. He got fucked by a troop leader, huh? Don't molest kids. They end up weird. I remember a video I saw of a deer casually walking around and the decapitated head of another deer. Oh, I saw that on Reddit. I saw that one too. That was... I don't even know what to do with that. I don't even know how that... I've seen deer that will die because they'll get their horns stuck in a tree. Their antlers will get stuck, like rubbing them off or something, and they'll just starve to death or freeze to death, or coyotes will get them. But that one with the skull, that was like... I don't know what to do with that. I have no idea how that happens. Oh, I could see it. Tacos. I ended up, literally, when I graduated high school, my Uncle Jimbo gave me an elk roast for my 18th birthday. That was my gift. It was great. But I ended up grinding it into mince and making it into chili. And it was great in chili because I just added butter. Cryptozoologist. That's a real thing. Shut up, Rod. Don't discount these intelligent humans. 2006, 06060006. I have an illness. Colette Altaha. Oh, that's a fun one. Of the White Mountain Apache Nation. Oh, that's a native name. Okay, that's why I can't say it. Claims that it's my mouth, not them. Claims the sightings on the reservation are increasing and cannot be ignored. Wait. So, like, just some bitch, like, claims there's a lot of sightings of this thing and we can't ignore it? Like, that's... How many creatures? I have no idea. 2014, unnamed sociology student. Okay. Like, our sources here are stretched, bitch. These are stretched. 2014, an unnamed sociology student spots the monster drinking water on a hiking trail near Payson, Arizona. The student attempted to take a photo, but the monster ran off into the canyon. Descriptions of the Mogollon monster vary from an exiled chief cursing the rim to a fierce wild man known for decapitating large prey throughout the Ponderosa Pine landscape. The monster is also said to have a piercing scream and the ability to mimic other animals. I mean, I'm thinking of scrolling even further. Oh, look, we're already there. Just kidding. I was gonna scroll further if it was any more, because like this one's so hard for me to grasp. Like that was just a crazy person in the woods that people just like talk about now. Sorry. To date, there is no concrete evidence proving the validity of the sightings or refuting the idea the Mogollon monster is just an angry bear. Okay. Nevertheless, visitors in the rim are encouraged to beware of what lurks beyond the Ponderosa Pine and bring a bear monster-proof cooler when camping. Okie doke. The Hodag of Wisconsin? Where are Wisconsinites? What the fuck is this? Do you want to tell me the real story before I read this shit? The Hodag. Hodag it! We now travel to Rhinelander, nestled in the north woods of Wisconsin, a vast landscape of boreal forest covering over 500,000 acres of public land, also home to the vast majority of most of the famous serial killers in the U.S. And cheese. Rhinelander was once known for its thriving timber resources and growing community. This is a really pretty picture, side note. Throughout the 1800s and 1900s, the surrounding forest drew in several lumberjacks in the hopes of steady employment, including Eugene Shepard. Also, another side note, I think my mom told me she went to Wisconsin one time to visit my dad's mom because she had moved there. And my mom said she had to run at a full sprint from a cluster of mosquitoes that was trying to eat her alive in these woods. Is that a thing? Do y'all actually have, like, fucking mosquitoes that bad? Mosquitoes, like, we don't have mosquitoes, but every time I go outside, I have 3 mosquito bites. Like, that's how much they love me. Would I die there? So you're saying, like, just don't go there. I would die. I am hot cake to mosquitoes. I don't know what the fuck it is. I breathe funny and I get a mosquito bite. I've already gotten 4 today. I've been outside twice. I don't know what the fuck's going on. They love me. Oh, yeah, really? Like, is it thick, like the air is thick with them. Like that's how my mom made it seem. Like her and my dad were on a walk and suddenly they were overcome by like a thick mat of mosquitoes and her and my dad had to fucking like book out of the woods. I think this was before I was even born. And my mom's not a storyteller, like, she doesn't exaggerate, so I've just never experienced that level of mosquitoes. I lived in Baltimore, we didn't have that, but we have wind. Really? In the forest? Not that wimpy essential oil nonsense, real DEET bug spray. I don't know. Off. Is off DEET? Off is the only other thing I've off. Is it just off? Off. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. That shit works. I just smother myself in it. Yeah, that shit works. Off. That is the only I used to have cans of it when I lived in Maryland, like the spray cans, and I would just be like before I went outside with the dogs because I just get eaten. I've heard it's the way you smell. I've heard if it's you're hot. Everybody has a theory. I know it's pregnant female mosquitoes. That's the only mosquitoes that bites, and it's like 1 or 2 species out of the entire family of hundreds of thousands of different mosquitoes are the only ones that bite, but god damn it, are they prolific and annoying. Anyways, that's a really pretty forest, but apparently deadly mosquitoes. I'd go there in the winter. Yep, off spray is great. I should buy stock in it. It really works. I don't know what it does. I think it makes you invisible. However mosquitoes sense you, whether it's heat or scent, off just covers you with something that makes you invisible to them so they can't fucking see you. Shepard was a duty surveyor and lumberjack from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh, Mishies. Making Rhinelander his home in 1885, excuse me. Shepard worked as a timber cruiser for multiple lumber companies. Okay, what's going to happen to you? Oh, God, that transition on this website's so well built. I'm sorry. Is it weird that I'm like very into it? It's just like, oh, that's so nice. It's so like smooth, like butter. Depends on the type of off sprays. Some have the DEET ingredients, some do not. I mean, when it comes to the mosquitoes, I don't care if they die. So I get like the hardcore shit. I go like the extra strength, like, oh, hey, are you a mosquito buffet? This one's for you. Cause me. I've literally gotten mosquito bites on my face. Like they just fucking love me. Ugh, I hate them. I hate it too, but like what's more annoying than having a mosquito bite that you have to scratch through your flesh to the bone just to like satisfy the urge to scratch it? I don't know, man. I think I'd rather be sticky. Cause have you guys done that? Like middle of the night, you're like scratching that fucking mosquito bite on your ankle bone, and in the morning you can see your ankle bone because oh, Vile, no! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bring up that's where I mean, I think your ankles have like big old arteries that are really close to the surface of the skin because there's no fat there. That's why we get bit there a lot. But fucking wear sunscreen. Seriously, it's my way of saying I love you. Dude, I'll wake up with a raw ankle. It's terrible. I can't help it. Like it feels so like good bad to scratch it. Oh my god, I'm getting chills thinking about it. You know what I'm talking about. Like you know what you're doing is damage, but you like you just keep going. Oh, it's so bad. Dude, Mishy, same. I think I showed you guys like the scratches. I had scratches on my back where I was like clawing myself in the winter. Oh, it was really bad. I itch mosquito bites till they bleed. I do too. Dude. It's like, oh my god, same. Itching. You can't. I mean, I'd rather claw my ankle off. I'm more allergic to it than the average human too. Oh, fuck. So you get the welts? See, I don't get a big spot, but I feel like it itches so fucking bad. My mom used to make fun of me all the time when I was a kid because I'd get a mosquito bite and I'd itch it like until I was bleeding, and she'd be like, "It can't be that bad." I'm like, I physically can't think of anything else right now. Sorry for not being special. Yeah, I get like the little welts, but not the big ones. Ugh, mosquitoes. Timber cruising refers to the timber cruising? I love that. Refers to the surveying of forested land to estimate the volume of trees within oh, I've seen people do that. Estimate the amount of trees in a specific boundary. Where's our cryptid? I'm just skipping some oh. Artist's rendition of a hodag. Oh. Seatown, no shit. What they do is they have kind of like, those, it kind of looks like a telescope, those things they use to draw lines and to measure roads. Like you'll see surveyors on roads, like lining them up. It's similar to that, but instead of making a straight line, what they do is they essentially make a line from one tree, like a mile. They'll put exactly a mile in their scope, and then they sit there and physically count every single tree they see in the back line, and then every single tree this way and multiply it across. It's psychotic tediousness. They actually count them. They have technology now that can summate, but if you want, I mean, back in the day, those guys, they were just counting. And dude, yeah, it's horrible. We had to do it in biology. Like, that's a biology thing. And literally, I remember my professor saying I don't even remember what we had to count, but we had to count something by hand, some stupid like that. Like, literally, like, in a petri dish or something, like that we were looking at in a microscope. He was like, count the flagella or something. And everybody looked at him. He goes, I'm not kidding. That's going to be your job someday. Count the flagella. And we were like, it's terrible. Who's that Pokemon? I choose you. Yay. I have no idea, but it's cute. The Bodag, right? Bodag. Thanks to Shepard, Rhinelander is now known for a lumberjack eating monster, the Hodag of Wisconsin. Oh, a lumberjack eating monster? That's me. If you know what I mean. According to Shepard, he first studied the Hodag. I love the name, the Hodag. Hodag in 1893 while walking through the Northwoods logging camp. He claimed that it ate people, specifically any Northwoods timberman that crossed its path. The forest spirit. Shepard describes the Hodag as a stout beast with razor fangs, giant horns protruding from its head, powerful claws, a horned tail, and an unsightly face. Its profile was said to be so displeasing that the Hodag himself could not withstand his reflection and often wept in the forest. Henry Tryon applied directly to the forehead. Tryon. I know the Hodag just sounds like a sad bitch, and now I'm sad. Henry Tryon, author of the 1939 novel Fearsome Critters, but I wonder if it's a creature, added further claims that the Hodag is no match for citrus fruit. I'm sorry, what? Where is this going? Did I miss something? Those damn lumberjacks, they're jacking all kinds of wood. That's where all the bark goes. Wait, bells are back? Shut up, Mishy. Get the words out of my mouth. It's one of the few jeans in the entire world that looks good on a tall bitch. Don't tease me like this. Are they low rise? There was someone I dated in Germany that I called Hodag. Correction, I called her Hobag after she banged my best friend.
She kind of sounds like a hoe bag.
Fashion is circular, but like true bells haven't been back for a bit. Like we get boot cuts every once in a while, but a true, like a nice, like they're fun and they fit when you're tall and they sometimes are fucking low rise and I want them. I live for low rise and they haven't been back for a while. Are they low rise, Kino? Like, do they hit your hips or are they up near your belly button? I feel like tall bitches, we thrive on low rise because they fit us better. I don't know why. It's just something about the way that we're built. High rise, like mid rise or mom jeans, they make me so uncomfortable. They just hit in all the wrong places. They grind into my hips. Like, they're terrible. I can't wear them. I got a lot of hips. The bones. I mean, my crack comes out and I have lots of ass. I don't think it's that. I think that they don't make clothes for people anymore, C-Town. That's my theory. So we've got a sad Hodag who cheated on people. Other steadfast believers dive into the Hodag's origins, alleging it grew from the piled ashes of many cremated ox, which perished after hauling timber for the lumberjacks of the North Woods. Um, this is the hodag they captured after it attacked a child. Wait, it's a dramatization, right? Because that looks crazy. That looks like a pig. That's a pig, right? I was literally thinking, all right, that's a pig. Like, that's a pig, and they just cut up that's literally like a suckling pig, and they cut up its fucking ears. Yeah, that looks like chupacabra. Hodag stories spread through the Midwest, most of which were tales of the naive who had been fooled by false accounts. Shepard refuted disbelievers by featuring a column in Rhinelander's local paper, The New North. Shortly after the sighting, Shepard told readers that he himself had captured a hodag. Hodag County Music Festival. You know what? I'm gonna scroll because it's almost time for my stream to technically end. I'm not gonna like fucking fly, but I do have a meeting in an hour, so I technically have to like go eventually. And I like the hodag just is. I don't get this. This is just a crazy like what? The Van Meter monster. I'm gonna do a brief scan of these because I do want to read them. Stepping out of the woods and into downtown Van Meter, Iowa. Iowa. They want to see children's genitals there. We explore the eerie tale of the Van Meter monster. This was the town of Van Meter. Wow, you don't say. To all whom these present shall come greeting, know ye that in pursuance of Act of Congress entitled an act to raise for a limited time an additional military force for other purposes. Wait, what? Van Meter, Iowa was named after Jacob Rhodes Van Meter and his family who had land holdings in that part of Iowa. The United States GLO had records of this dating from 1851. The military warrant shown here on the right was issued June 10th, 1851 to Jacob R. Van Meter. Van Meter was a captain in the Civil War and a mill owner and operator. Oh, he's seen some shit. Seen some fucking shit. Jacob R. Van Meter, one of the names mentioned most frequently in the south half of the county when pioneers are spoken of, is that of James Rhodes Van Meter, the man for whom the town of Van Meter was named, the man who helped establish the town of DeSoto, edited, and who was one of the first mill owners and operators. He was also engaged in the banking business in Adele, blah, 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 blah. Why are you magical? The story of the Van Meter monster begins around the same time when the town was established. In 1903, U.G. Griffith observed a mysterious light on the roof of the Mater and Gregg building. A mysterious light. Oh, snap. At first, he assumed the light indicated the presence of burglars. As he got nearer, however, the light moved to the other side of the street. Magic. Tinkerbell. U.G. Griffith continued home and fell asleep. A few nights later, Dr. Alcott was visited by a light in the middle of the night. He went outside to investigate its source and saw a half-human, half-animal creature lingering behind the light. He definitely had trauma in his eyes, I agree. The creature was described as having, quote, great bat-like wings, end quote, and a single blunt horn. Unicorns! That counts. Unicorn literally just means one horn, so counts. We got one. But it was blunt. Someone cut it. Rude. Dr. Alcott gripped his gun and shot at the monster. What a bitch. As each night dude, people are so gun happy. Crypto bingo. Oh my god, we should have done bingo. We had enough. Next time. As each night passes, more and more townspeople are visited by the Van Meter monster. How is it a monster? Fear increases and townspeople begin to organize themselves to fight the monster. One night on patrol, they happen upon the Van Meter monster's lair. They see more than one monster and decide to stake out the location in hopes of slaying the monsters. As dawn breaks, a creature with huge bat-like wings is spotted and guns are fired towards the beast. However, it seems the town people missed. Interesting. A, quote, force of men set to work to barricade the creature, set to work to barricade the creatures in the coal mine, which was thought to be their lair. The rest of the story is unknown. Wait. Unicorns, 100%. Also, I mean, rhinos. Rhinos are just a chubby unicorn. Like, no one proves me wrong. No one's proved me wrong yet. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. That one was boring. Anyways, South Bay Bessie, the Lake Erie monster. Lake Erie has a monster? Wait. Really? Oh. From deep forest to city streets to the Great Lakes, we stop off in Ohio. Uh, in the hopes of sighting South Bay Bessie, the Lake Erie monster. The founding of Toledo, Ohio began in 1833 and again in 1837 when the conclusion of the nearly bloodless Toledo War. Bloodless, Toledo earned its nickname the Glass City in the 1980s when glass manufacturers moved into town. All right, blah blah. Okay, so it's a Nessie. It's American Nessie. Yeah. Most major lakes have a monster. Yeah. In Washington, we have monsters in our lakes. They're called sturgeon. Lake Erie is another thing you cannot catch, by the way. Speaking of like laws around animals, do not keep a sturgeon if you catch one fishing. Lake Erie is famed to be the home of Bessie, not Nessie. Interesting. A large snake-necked creature spotted in the lake in different locations from Canada to Pennsylvania, first spotted in 1793. One such incident in 1817 when two French settlers discovered a beached monster nearing its death. They described Bessie as a huge monster, 30 feet in length, shaped like a sturgeon. I spoke too soon. When the brothers returned to the scene, Bessie was no longer there. Large scales shaped like silver dollars remained in the sand. Okay, it's a sturgeon. Gar, are those, they're kind of like an eel fish, right? Those are like from Asia. Those are terrifying. Really cool, but, or the Amazon? The Amazon has some fucked up fish too. Oh, this is the one with the teethies. The alligator gar. That's the big one, right? Giggity. Yeah, I don't want that. Ooh, barracuda. That's a plesiosaurus, Charlie. Damn it, they took my kidney. Sturgeon are fucking dinosaurs. But there's something about how when they're young, they'll try to like, they'll get caught by fishing lines and shit like that. And if they don't live to be like 15 years old or something, that's the age, that's their sexual maturity age, right? Fishermen and hunters probably know more than that, but like sturgeon, they have to live relatively long before they can become sexually mature. So if people just capture all the smaller sturgeon before they're sexually mature, then we just wipe them out immediately. Yeah, it's really, so that's why you just don't keep them. That's terrifying. But yeah, don't keep sturgeon, throw them back. All right, so we just have an American. The Witch of Pungo. If you've ever, we, like, because we lived on the lake, the ones that would get hit by motors and shit if they came up too close to the surface, which I don't know why they would, because they're bottom feeders, but they'll just float up on the beach dead, So we get to see a fair few, like, very juvenile. But if you've ever had a plecostomus fish die, they are exactly the same. They're literally just an armored fish. There's so little meat or anything on any kind of sturgeon. They're so fucking. We had a plecostomus that died. Plecostomus, the plecos, they get like the huge like sucker fish in your fish tank. But if they die and become a skeleton before you find them, unfortunately, they're armored. I mean, they're just a plated creature. They're fucking wild, and it's super super similar, like a carp. Yep, yeah. There's no meat in them. They're bones, guts, and armor plating. Like they're fucking cool. Yes, yeah, their eggs. I think it's. Oh, Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a specific sturgeon that I think is like somewhere in Eastern Europe that is like the coveted sturgeon roe. Yeah, that's like the what is it called? What is that shit called? I don't like them either. They're like little balls of salt. Fuck. Oh no shit! There's a huge fish hatchery on the Columbia with a. Oh my god! I'm surprised I never heard of it or saw it because I grew up on the Columbia. Caviar, thank you, caviar. Yes, rich people food. I ain't going there. You know what I mean? But I think it is. It's some. Is it Caspian Sea? Yeah, it's some like unique special sturgeon. Definitely not the ones out of the Columbia because they There are so many signs around the Columbia River that tell you don't eat fish out of here because of this. There was some chemical plant in Canada that was dumping all their waste into the river because the moment it went into the river, it was technically America. So they weren't dumping on Canadian soil. Hardy har har har. So the Columbia is like, you glow after you swim in it. But I grew up in it and I'm doing great. Have I mentioned I don't dye my hair? Wouldn't that be nice? Anyways, I have to go soon, guys, because I do have a meeting. But I think we're almost at the end, so I'm gonna keep going because I do want to. These are fucking weird. I've never heard of these. They're kind of interesting. Our final trip down. Oh, it's our final trip. Fuck. There we go. Final trip down the scary line is Pungo. We've all heard of the Salem witch trials, but did you know that there was also a trial of witchcraft in Pungo, Virginia? Bitch, they will use any excuse to murder women who aren't subservient. Color me shocked. Don't look at the titties. I'm gonna cover that nip knob. Grace Sherwood, better known as the Witch of Pungo, was convicted of witchcraft and consented to the traditional trial for witches, trial by water. At Witch Duck Point on July 10th, 1706, Grace Sherwood was tied, cross-bound, and thrown into the Lynnhaven River. If she were to sink and drown, she was innocent. If she floated, then the devil must be holding her up, and guilt was certain. So you're saying if she had any body fat at all, she was a fucking witch? It's a beautiful boba, I'm gonna be honest. I just put my cursor over the dirty dark skin part, because for some reason, like, literally every part of the boob is okay, except the part that is necessary to feed my unborn children. Logic. Where is it? This is why education is vital. Yeah, you're fucking dead no matter what. All of this shit was so stupid. There's just stupid. Ugh. Okay. At Witch Duck Point on July 10th, 1706, Grace Sherwood was tied, cross-bound, thrown into the Lynnhaven River. If she were to sink and drown, she was innocent. If she were to sink and drown, she was innocent. If she floated, then the devil must be holding her up, and guilt was certain. Why can't God hold me up? Wouldn't Satan hold me down? Fuck the patriarchy, dude, for real. Ugh. We just looked in. I'm not even kidding you. Get the fuck out. Yeah, just now. I just learned about that horror. A barracuda. That's all I think of. That is a nightmare. And look how like slimy and nasty that is a swampy fucking fish. I'm sorry that this poor dude is just on my internet. Whoever the fuck you are. That is nasty. Dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, even hogtied like that, if you have a certain amount of body fat, you will float. So basically, anyone that was fortunate enough to have food and body fat would be probably even killed worse, I'm imagining. Grace Sherwood floated. Grace Sherwood had some body fat. God damn it. I don't float either. I'm dense as hell. I don't. No, for real. I sink. I don't know what it is. Grace Sherwood floated, and once ashore, 2 witches' marks were identified. Birthmarks. Bitch had a birthmark or a freckle. She was not sentenced to the typical execution by hanging, but instead imprisoned. After 7 years in prison, she was released in 1714. She recovered her property and never remarried. A statue of Grace has been erected near the site. That is... I mean, I'd rather die. What the fuck? Dude, Chronicle Right, thank you. Thank you. I thought the same thing. Literally, you hear people all the time like, Jesus holds me up. Fuck off. Searching through the spooky archives of the GLO, the ROW team uncovered a patent issued to a woman in Devil's Lake, North Dakota, named Grace Sherwood. Could it be that the Witch of Pungo hopped on her broom? How is she Final thoughts. I listen / watch / consume an unhealthy amount of true crime, and I'm aware of it. A lot of it takes place in these times when we were dumb as fuck and doing real dumb shit to women. Like, things you and I, together brainstorming over a matter of months, weeks, and years, could not fathom. Horrific acts. But if a bitch floated. I mean, Mishy, I don't think that'll end in neither of our lifetimes, to be honest. History lessons, man. No, we were learning about cryptids, like kind of more obscure cryptids and shit like that. But none of them were. I just don't understand how they become a cryptid when it's just a person just like you or I runs into town and is like, I saw something covered in white fur in the woods, and everybody's like, oh shit, it's the white furry man. Oh, and there's nothing else any more than that, like literally ever. Pongo was, at least that was a person. People can float even without body fat. It's the thing they teach you to do in swimming class. More like they show you that you're able to float rather than teaching you how to do it. I feel that I actually did. I can float, but it's like it's something to do with your breathing. It's like maintaining a certain amount of residual air pressure in your lungs to keep your chest above water. It's exhausting. It's not fun. It's got to be more fun if you just float, right? It's so much fun, Bashful. I've been grinding out a lot of levels. I've been having a blast in Destiny. Yeah, if you panicked, taking deep, heavy, like, you got to do like these fill and then. So you're always maintaining like an 80% residual leftover volume, and that's what keeps you afloat. It's very weird. It's interesting. And it also like sends fluids somewhere else in your body. I don't know. It's very weird. I'm gonna find someone cool to raid for you guys because I got a meeting in like fucking 30 minutes or some shit like that. And I gotta take my dogs out and stuff, but it's almost 420, so it'll take me that long to find someone cool to raid. Don't worry. We're going 420 cheers. Load your fucking bowls, your things. Shut up. I'm exhausted. I need to slow down on the yard work, man. My arms are just tired. Who cool? Oh, what's she playing? What's KPP playing? I've just been avoiding System Shock because I really want to play it. I don't want any spoilers. That's the only thing I'm avoiding actively. Dude, I'm getting tan. I have a sunglasses. It looks so oh no, I need to wear more sunscreen. Oh fuck yes, hell yeah. Thanks, sleaze. My things, you say, my things, my things, my things, my things. I love you, Lorelai. Have a beautiful night. If you're taking off before we 420 or before we raid somebody, have a beautiful evening, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Hopefully Zach sleeps. Sorry about the shorter stream today, but you know, life and stuff. Cheers? Cheers. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold up. Cheers! Katie Peters Plays. Katie Peters Plays is a fantastic person I've known for many years, and I assure you, you will enjoy her. I wrote Katie Plays 'cause that's her Twitter. Katie, stop it. She's one of the most fun and genuine humans I know, and I very much love her. Ooh, Vile, yes. System Shock's 29 years old. Spoilers, I've never played it. Because 29 years ago, I was 6 years old, living like borderline Little House on the Prairie.
You tried to make me feel bad, and I did it back. How does it feel, bitch? Calm the bitch down.
Roll up your old balls, motherfucker. Cheers. Oh, Donna, I do, dude. When Eliza would come stay with me when I lived in Baltimore, her like pill caddy is something to behold. I have to pack a new bowl, and I'm cheersing you again because that was fucking pathetic. Yeah, her like, and she has like an app that goes off throughout the day to tell her when to take which ones because she has so many different ones. I would just die because I would never accomplish that ever. I had to empty my bowl. It was just the saddest, like old, like I've got this resin layer I need to carve away at. Who's counting? Fuck it. This song is so good, dude. This came on my run, actually. This is another good song. Notice? I think it's the same beat. This is like my perfect running beat. I put this on my running list immediately. I will. Oh, Vex, I'm gonna be here all weekend. Yeah, is it a holiday? It's not a holiday, is it? Yeah, I got no plans. Yes. I'll be here tomorrow and the next day, and I plan to get through some motherfucking Destiny and maybe make a body form. I don't know, depending on my back and what she feels like. Last weekend was the holiday, yeah. You never know. America makes a holiday for everything these days. Juneteenth is coming up. My mother's birthday is coming up. I think she's turning 70, which is fucking wild. It's like a happy. It's one of those songs that's like got a really good beat, but it gives me happy feels. No shit, my mom's is the 7th. Is that next weekend? My mom's the 7th. I always wish it was the 6th. What a great birthday that would have been. And fitting. Wait, which one sounds familiar? This one too, another one that you gave me. Hold on. Which one? I saved. I want to read about octopuses. We'll talk about those tomorrow. Which ones? Do I have a dog hair on my nose? Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. Yeah, just redo it because, me. I'm a fake piece of shit. No shit. Dude, what's with all our Gemini moms? Oh, is it in music? Okay, I'll make a note. Remind myself amongst our. We came up with way more cryptids than that list. I just have to say that as well. Like, impressively, vastly more. That list was like, hey, here's a bitch that survived a witch trial. And we were like, the Jersey fucking devil. Donna, dude, the thing is, I mean, if you look at like the vast majority of major news networks that you and I are exposed to in the US, they're all run by white people that are terrified to talk about Juneteenth because they're so fucking inherently racist. So, where the fuck are we supposed to learn about it? I lived in Baltimore when it went down, so like I was highly aware of Juneteenth, but I don't think that's your fault as long as you're open to learning and asking and you want to know about it and you don't just assume. Like, I think that's a lot of people just have no fucking idea and they have no one to ask because asking might, someone might come at you and be like, oh my God, that's racist. How could you not know? It's because they don't know and they don't want to say anything. So they're just going to fucking make you feel racist now. It's fucking weird. People are weird. Akin to a major laser booty video? Oh, fuck yes. Okay. Booty. I wrote literally my post, it's music booty. Dog walkers are loud? Wait. Do they have the dogs with them? So have I. Donna, 100%. I mean, I've watched parents do it to children. Children will be like, Mommy, what's that? Oh, shut up. We don't say that word. Instead of just like teach your child what it is and then be like, it's inappropriate to use. It's, I don't need to preach to the crowd. London. Oh, I love London pound cake's one of my favorite strains ever. Cheers. Happy 420. I'm gonna raid Katie now and go try to walk my dogs. London pound cake's so fucking good though, and I'm jealous you have it. Cheers, bitch. Drink water, clean your bong, take your meds, take your joy.
Did you take your
and I'll
joy
see you
today?
tomorrow morning.